Today's A Mediocre Time is brought to you by
Hollabox German Restaurant in downtown Sanford.
It's the best.
I was just there on Labor Day with my friends, the Browns.
Well, you have more people visit you, and it is the ultimate place to go and take loved ones, friends, family.
Yeah, because they've never been to Hollabox before.
It's awesome.
And they were like, oh, this is awesome.
I honestly can't believe that they've never been. All the years that we've hung out, and they've never been there. But seriously, take your family there. Tom's done it on a boat. Tom's driven down there. And then, I mean, damn sure Crystal, I know, has taken all the Miami friends down there to do. You do the shot ski.
Yeah, we did a shot ski together.
No, you did not.
Yeah. We did a shot ski. Everybody's chanting in the restaurant.
Oh, yeah. Tiki-taki, oi, oi.
It's an experience every time you go, and I had that pork shank.
Yes.
The ice vine. Yeah, and it is delicious. And also the kids, like, you're like, oh, my kids are picky.
No,
they don't like the kids. The menu they have for kids, they have grilled cheese and goldfish and gummy bears.
Yeah,
you know,
for your pickiest eaters. If you can't serve them, they got something for them.
Yeah, Tommy basically had a sausage, just like basically a hot dog.
Hell
you know what I'm saying? Like, so a chopped up hot dog with.
He's come a long way.
So for the whole family, it's great. Plus, their outfitters. It's now the season, right?
Yeah,
we're going
start picking up your Oktoberfest gear. You can get to go meals over on the opposite side. They've got spaghetti ice there. They've got all the German gummy bears and treats. Let's see. What am I missing?
King's table.
Yeah, upstairs. We missed the upstairs.
The tapas style German cuisine. Uberkeller upstairs, and that's like more small plates. So they got desserts. The weather's is turning soon.
Yeah,
it's going to be great up at their beer garden upstairs. It's Hollabox German Restaurant, downtown Sanford.
Tell them we sent you.
Live from the Injured on the Go Just Call Mo studio.
It's a blast!
It's Orlando's own Tom and Dan.
Hello. This is your Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan program. We hope that you will find our presentation precise, joke heavy, and just right. Thanks.
Welcome to the Friday free show of A Mediocre Time.
We're doing it again. It is another A Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan. I am Dan.
I am Tom. Brendan O'Connor is on his way. He'll be here in a second.
Drive safe, Brendan. Is it it's still storming out there, right?
No, it's storming every day.
Yeah, storming every single day. We got 1 foot on the Lido deck, baby.
We're doing the Friday free show early because we leave on the Tom and Dan cruise tomorrow.
We didn't tell anybody. It probably would have been a good idea to, like, on Tuesday say, like, hey, guys, just so you know, we are doing the Friday free show on Wednesday. And I didn't remember to do that because I'm really bad at this. And because I had multiple people, including Robert on YouTube and people on Twitch. We are live on Twitch and YouTube right now. And if you like watching podcasts, we'd appreciate it if you'd loan us your eyes for a little bit. Because you can like and subscribe on Twitch and YouTube, and it helps us out. We're going to have some new videos that my friend SJ is helping us with.
Yeah, thank you, SJ, for helping us out.
Yeah, dude, you're a good dude. We're working on the website. Do you know we own our website? For the first time ever, we own our own website.
No, that's good.
Yeah. It's only been fucking 30 years.
That's good.
Yeah, we own our own website.
All right.
Thanks to Jeff from DivUps, who I don't even think that's a company anymore, but God bless that guy for still doing our website. He does it on the side.
Oh, he's just doing it as a favor?
Doing it as everything we have
15 years?
held together by fucking favors. What a week. What a week!
I do like your new take about telling people we just started. Like, hey, I'm sorry, we just started.
Let's talk about that. That's my new thing.
Well, because we had a Chris Kattan interview. He's going to be at West End tomorrow.
Yeah,
today's Wednesday. He's going to on Saturday.
Yeah, Saturday at West End Live. You can get your tickets at drinkatwestend.com.
And the interview was it Tuesday's ACT? I believe
it was Tuesday. It was the first segment of Tuesday's ACT. It's such an important interview, in fact, that it made the front page of Reddit, of our Reddit page, of people saying that this was some of our greatest work.
I love it when it goes horribly wrong. Well, no shit.
No, I think
have you seen videos on the internet? They don't end well.
I don't think we fucked this up. I think really we could have fucked that up and just kept rolling on it, and then maybe one or two people would have piled on. But no, we explained to you that we fucked it up. And that's the only reason it made it good, is that we explained to you that we gave him the full fucked up mango. We fucked it all up.
No, well, okay. He's partly to blame because it didn't seem like he was that enthusiastic about it.
They never are.
No,
they never are.
Sometimes they're like they're doing media.
They never are.
Dude, every comedian we have in here is a great interview.
Sometimes.
Like, dude, Josh Wolf was great.
Well, Josh Wolf is a different animal. No, Josh Wolf is amazing. He's like a friend of the show. He'll comment to us on Instagram.
Almost every single comedian we've had in here, it's been a good...
No, I would agree with you. I'm in a sour mood. I'm sorry. You're right. You're right. The Catan thing makes me a little sour. It does. Ladies and gentlemen, gracing the couch just quickly. I'll put his camera on. We'll get his introduction out of the way. I love him. I haven't seen him, it feels like, in months. It's Brendan O'Connor from the Bungalower.
Hi. How you doing?
And Bungalower and the Bus, fresh from Canada.
Oh, yeah, I got a
Father Pigeon. We must talk to Father Pigeon here a bit.
Yeah.
And hug his face. And good to see you.
It's been a while.
Yeah, it has been a minute.
Guys.
We interviewed Chris Kattan. When you came in, we interviewed Chris Kattan yesterday, and we fucked it all up.
Oh, no.
But
what do you mean?
People are saying it's our best work.
No. Okay, well...
Right?
Best work, like, because it went so bad?
Let me ask you...
Because we pulled the curtain back, and we're like, look at how bad we did.
Was it by Zoom?
You do...
No.
It was over the phone.
How did I miss this?
You do a podcast, and you've been doing it for a while, Bungalow and the Bus, and you've done interviews, lots of interviews.
It's the Orlando Magazine top podcast, my friend.
Yeah.
And I want to point that out.
With Orlando Magazine readers.
Yeah, but still, it's an award.
And so I thought it was completely fine that if someone openly puts a book out about a topic or does another interview about a particular topic, then that means that you
can bring it up.
You can bring it up
because if you want to post something about you and Scotty doing something, alluding to the fact that you're gay, and then Tom in the interview asks you a question that's gay adjacent, is that bad?
I would think it's only bad if they gave you generally if there's topics that are off topic, then they're supposed to give
personal health related.
They give you a writer.
Are you talking about Dr. Hippocratic Oath?
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
no. There's also
what about physical therapy? How do you feel about
if there's I don't because I don't live like that, but Chris Kattan's famous. I'm sure they're. I'm surprised they didn't give you a list of things you're not allowed to talk about.
Oh, it's very rinky-dink these days. I don't know if you know how Hollywood's being held together, but it's very rinky-dink these days.
They're all off.
Did he get mad?
No, he didn't get mad. I think he was making jokes and deflecting using jokes. But I will say that it took me weeks to line up this interview, and I had my shit together, and the publicists. Remember, I complained about this. The publicists are going. They're publicists fucking are.
And they're mad. They're trying to get you to edit out of the show.
No. I'd never do that. I would never, try me. Email me now and ask me to edit out the fucking show.
No.
Try it.
Also, I think he was kind of fucking.
I'm on a cruise.
Well, sometimes with these interviews, do they ask, we want to see the cut?
No, they never ask.
You never, okay.
And we assume they'll never listen to it, so that we immediately talk shit after every interview.
Well, that's what we did, and that's why they said it was
Everyone
good.
Were like,
that's why they said it was good, because we were talking shit.
What? About Chris Kattan?
No,
about
how bad, how stupid I am.
Yeah. Well, not really. No, I mean,
Well, your listeners love that.
He's still, again, he's a little to blame here. Like, if you're gonna do,
was it like because he didn't want to admit to being gay?
No,
he's not gay.
Is he gay?
He's not gay.
Goddamn, I had it written down.
No, he has a wife. He has a wife. But you could still have a wife and be gay. I feel very certain. I feel like there's millions of people that do that, right? Like, we probably have listeners that do that.
Because
go to Club Orlando.
Exactly, they're all there.
We had talked about Chris Kattan's neck injury.
This is what we talked about.
We got it from a dick.
No.
A dick
He fell on SNL.
Yeah,
I had that once.
And a ginormous dick fell in his head.
Yeah.
and then
Fool me once.
And then I wasn't even going to bring it up because I was like, maybe he doesn't talk about it. But then I saw he wrote a book about, and he talked about it. So I was like, fuck, if he put it in his book,
his
then
memoir is called "A Giant Dick Fell on My Neck."
But then, and he could have been fucking with me.
It sounds to me like you're fine. He just, for whatever reason, wasn't comfortable talking to you about it.
I think he was making a joke. I think he was like kind of tossing it back to you. But anyway, listen to the interview. It's hella funny, and we had a good time.
And he shut up because like, why would you bring that up? what value does that offer anybody? And my answer is I panicked and I needed a buffer question.
Yeah, and the buffer question was
the thing I kept telling myself not to ask. Molly.
Oh, back to the cruise real quick.
Yeah, let's talk about it. You're a huge fan of cruises, right?
Yeah. So we leave tomorrow. Oh shit! I get a call yesterday, and it's from my wife.
Oh no!
And
these are always good.
And then I pick up, I'm like, well, hello.
And I would like to say that I think you guys lately have been on the love machine.
Well, they're both working out.
They
like each other's new bodies.
I've seen the bond is stronger than it's ever been.
Every day I'm tiptoeing around. Like,
once you both lose a lot of weight, it's kind of like you're cheating on each other.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
You're just like that BDM. You're just like Justin the BDM. His wife cheated on him.
So
you
anyway,
cheat on your wife, dude, just like Dave Grohl.
No, they're cheating on each other with each other.
So she's like,
Dave Grohl.
First, I'm like, hello, and she's like, how many L's are in your son's name? And then I'm like, fuck.
There's no L's in Van. Trick question.
Yeah, wait a minute.
So I have 10 seconds to do the calculations in my head of where this is coming from and how I fucked something up.
How are you able to, dude, there's no way you could do that.
Passport.
Or did you solve it?
Well,
did you solve the riddle?
Oh, yeah. Well,
was she in the same room calling on a phone? Because that's really sinister. She's like in the closet doing it.
Well, so then I'm like, well, obviously she's asking me this because I spelled his name wrong in some sort of scenario.
Yeah,
and then
I'm
like,
an impossible task.
And I'm like, school thing. I start going through like, and by the way, this is a couple seconds of time elapsed, and I'm like, what? And then I'm like, oh shit, cruise tomorrow, whatever. And then I'm like, well, I think it's with 2 L's. So obviously she's asking me that because I spelled it. So I'm like, 1 L, and she's like, his name is spelled wrong in the cruise. So I guess that I sent Tony. I spelled my son's name wrong.
And now he can't go. Now he can't go on the cruise.
Well,
they can fix that, right?
Well, that's what I said. Now here's the problem. We had a emergency one time with Sam years ago.
Can't misspell that name.
Well, it was her last name had changed when she got married.
Her last name originally was Rogers, not blowing up her spot, but
that's different.
Now it's hard.
But with a kid, like.
That's what I said. It's like, ooh, what the fuck?
They're just double checking the passport to the thing.
Yeah.
I don't know.
When they scan it.
I don't know anything about that. But if I know Tony,
what did Tony
I
say?
know that it nothing can be done.
It doesn't matter.
Sorry, he's stuck in the pipeline.
But it would kind of be funny if they didn't let us back into the United States and my Max had to just become a crew member of the ship.
So it's Maximilian?
Yeah.
And so you thought it was 2, is it supposed to be 2 L's?
No, it's a 1 L.
1 L.
Yeah.
That's what you get for going Hollywood with your kid's name. You could have just given him Max or Jerry or Bill. Give him a goddamn Hank. Give him a goddamn good American name.
The problem,
it's the shit flies getting you, right?
Yeah.
We have a lot of shit flies over there. I'm sorry. Somebody shit under the couch.
No. We have a couple of bags of trash. We do.
Since the building, did you know our building's being bought?
No.
This building's being bought, and I've just started pissing and shitting everywhere. I don't give a fuck anymore. If we can't be here, then nobody can fucking be here.
It's like girl interrupted, half-eaten chicken carcasses under your bed.
I don't fucking care anymore. I eat my sandwiches. I just throw the trash everywhere. I throw the email trash.
Moving?
Do I throw the email trash everywhere? I throw trash everywhere.
We don't know yet, but
they don't want you to move.
I'm going to shit in the ceiling.
No, they do.
I'm going to shit in the ceiling.
apparently the Monopoly man is buying this house.
Yeah, a tiny man like me, and a tiny man and his wife came in here last week and toured it, and he was wearing a tuxedo. He's my height.
And he said, once we get rid of this riffraff.
No, he didn't. They didn't say anything to me. They just kept looking over me like I was a poor person.
Ew.
The realtor, my wife did some realtor.
The realtor's hot.
Because I asked the realtor, she didn't give me, they don't give.
You're a creep.
Well, they don't give non-realtors any inside scoop on anything. They're like,
also, you probably said something inappropriate because you were here alone with her at one point.
No, I've never seen her.
Did you show her? You probably showed your penis
so he could do his own live work thing.
Yeah. That's right. And then she told my wife that, like, oh yeah,
everybody thinks that's the dream until you fucking do it, and it's terrible.
Where are you going to move?
We don't know yet, but
my co-working space?
We don't know.
Wait, you have a space for us?
Yeah.
We're open to anything. So far, we have the Jun Dodo Doo-Doo, the Jun Doo-Doo Jojo, which is Seth's dojo, and there's a room up above his dojo where all the MMA fighters go to jack off, and he said that he'd clean that up and we could go take the jack off room.
And then
that's all we have so far.
I'll come work with you. And watch.
That's all we have so far.
I'm just here to help.
The triple nipple in Paramore. I saw a Bunghole in the
I was going to say, how do you know that name?
I can look through your site.
Hold on a second.
You have a whole category of buildings.
Yeah. What? Tell me about this. What is this?
You go on Bunghole, and there's a whole category up there. I'm like, what the fuck is this? Buildings. And then I click on it.
Triple nipple.
It's a bunch of buildings that are like either for lease or going for sale. And then there's one called the Triple Nipple in Paramore.
That's the one for us.
And then I'm like, there's our new studio.
Yeah, it's like the Regal Beagle from Three's Company.
Yeah.
Triple Nipple.
The person who bought it's just going to use it as a warehouse, so you could lease that. It's beautiful.
All right.
Like you could do events and stuff in there. Like it's cool.
Yeah, do some quinceañeras.
Yeah. I wanted you guys to move into the veranda, into like one of those really cool second floor studio spaces. They're beautiful. It's like windows overlooking this beautiful courtyard with trees, and they do crazy
That's what we
night
deserve.
events.
I'm like a 50-year-old man. I'm in my power years. That's what I deserve.
I actually pitched that to them a long time ago.
Yeah.
How much are we talking here?
I don't know.
month.
I thought it would be like you could even almost do a trade because they do so many events. It could be like
I love trades.
Yeah.
My favorite way of doing business.
Yeah. He invented trading up.
I'll send you some stuff. Even I think you should look at our co-working space too.
It seems like, and I don't know if they've been talking about this, everything is expensive.
And here's another one that I heard. Have you heard that no one can afford to live? Have you heard that one?
Yeah, I am. That's me talking about
have you heard that there are a ton of houses on the market, but they're getting scooped up by corporations?
Well, like Cappies.
I ignored it.
Oh my God, we have to talk. We have to save Cappies. We have to save Cappies.
They just seem so overwhelmed.
Brendan, I wrote songs to save Cappies.
You did?
I'm so glad you mentioned it.
Or your robot friend
this
did.
One's stupid. It's my robot friend, but I wrote these. These are handwritten. But this one's stupid. This one, I'm just gonna go with it. I need to get the energy out. We need to save Cappies, and I have different ways that I need to save Cappies. One of the ways I thought of saving Cappies is the stupid country songs I write.
Okay.
And I wrote one of those. This one's okay, but this isn't what I'm leaning towards right now.
You can save things with art.
Here, just check this out. This one's not bad, but it's not great.
Did you hear that Cap is closing? They've been with us 52 years. 52 years small business with 52 years of tears.
So that kind of builds like the anticipation, how hard it is as a small business. Let's continue.
Do you see folks out there snapping?
Yeah. Phones.
Do you see them on the ground?
Instagram.
Cappies has been here 52 years. It's only now you give a goddamn. If it sucks, you go American Fireworks. Go Chinese, support your local businesses. Thank Jesus on your knees. If it sucks, go American. Yes, that red, white, and blue. Cappy subs will still be here, but where the fuck were you?
Right? Where the fuck were you? All this time, Cappy's has been there. Y'all motherfuckers didn't eat there. I saw the black guy on the West 2 thing, and they interviewed him, and he's like, yeah, I didn't know about this place. My friend told me 3 years ago, and I just decided...
He was new to town, though.
But you saw that guy.
That's Sheldon Dukes.
Oh, he's very nice.
Is that who it is?
It might be, but he was like, my friend told me about it, and I just decided to stop by on the day they're closing. I was like, well, what does that do?
Well, I think
Sheldon and I have been drunk together. He's great.
Okay.
I can't let you make fun.
Okay, well, I'm sorry. I apologize.
Wait, you can't let us make fun. We make fun of everybody.
I know, not Sheldon.
We make fun of each other.
But I saw that.
Our loved ones, my kids.
all on the table. All on the table.
I started making fun of my kids' stupid name. Everything is on the table.
We need to go more angry, though, because the youth are not going to get behind some stupid AI country song, because it does the country songs the best. And I'm done with these. I'm
we
so
need
over
Taylor
these.
Swift to get on it.
No, we need angry urban. We need like this.
Yeah.
This is where we're going.
Oh.
Motherfuckers kill cappies.
They kill cappies.
My favorite sub place. You
Put
eat
a-
my dick.
put a-
shit in your face.
Oh!
You kill cappies, motherfucker. You kill cappies, motherfucker. You kill cappies, motherfucker.
Right?
Put a cappy in it.
Just listen. Hold on. This is good right here. Here we go.
Kill cappies, happy sub since 1967. A place that I love, a little slice of heaven. Word on the street, they got bumped, they'll be gone. And that's why I wrote this song. Motherfuckers kill cappies, my favorite song.
Right? When you go super urban.
Yes.
I think they're running into the same problem because their lease went up, and then whoever bought the
Yeah, they were
property-
trying to buy the property though too, and I guess the old owner it was taking too long,
Yeah.
to rally
Taking too
themselves
long.
for it, and so the old owner just sold to their neighbor, and their neighbor has no interest in keeping them there. They were trying to renegotiate a lease so they could be there a little bit longer to try to figure things out at least, and they just had no interest in even negotiating a longer lease for
They
them.
had no interest in keeping a
Cappies.
60-year-old trailer on the property.
I'm surprised. I'm surprised. And you got to interview the executive chef, did you not?
Adam,
Yeah,
he's the
yeah.
son, so it's been third generation in that family.
Okay,
Executive chef, huh?
I read on Bunghole.
I know, but he does a lot.
I didn't say
He
anything.
does
I didn't say
caning
anything.
and
I
stuff.
didn't say anything.
Everyone's making fun.
I did not make fun.
I spent time with him in the kitchen for the TV show where like I learned how to make the sandwiches and stuff. Like he wants to be a chef. Like he's doing things in the back.
Well, one of the first steps to being a chef is knocking down the trailer.
No,
I'm sorry.
Come on,
It's
Brendan.
a
It's
historic trailer.
Okay, Brendan, what if we do this? Okay, what if we do this?
I want them to say that I actually don't even know if they. I thought they owned the trailer.
I thought they had a
and then
food
maybe
truck.
they're leasing the property.
What
So
happened
I'm
to
a little confused.
What happened to the Cappy's food
They
truck?
also have that, but you have to have you have to have a licensed kitchen in order to prepare the food for your food truck. Like you can't do it all on the truck. You have to do it in a licensed kitchen
And
first.
all the food trucks that I see do that? Oh, that's not true. No way.
Yes.
No way.
Yes.
Shut them all down. There's no way. No way.
Yes, they get inspected so much.
Where are you on yellow journalism?
I don't
How do
know
you
what that
feel about
means. Like Chinese?
No, yellow journalism. It's when you print blatant lies. Hold on. I like that. Hold on. Let me
You're getting mad. They were making fun of the chef and Cappies. You just blew someone's. They're like, oh!
He's the grand conundrum. I'm so conflicted, Ron.
Sorry,
Anyway,
I'm sweating.
Okay, I have one more, but it's we have to do like yellow journalism. Like we have to let somebody.
What is yellow journalism?
It's like we're gonna like it's gonna do an attack piece on Cappies, but it's like we're not putting it out. Somebody else puts it out, and then it makes people so mad they rally behind Cappies.
Why do they call it yellow?
Because I don't
you're a
know.
coward?
It has something to do with Hearst. The Hearst family and yeah,
Hearst Media.
Yeah, there's a whole history of why that's good. But this one, I thought this one was better. This is like 90s rock.
Oh.
Cappy subs. Right, here we go.
Gabby subs.
Subs more like crappy subs. Cappy subs more like crappy subs. Cappy subs more like crappy subs.
Very Nine Inch Nails.
Yeah, right? Now hold on.
Schism
Now I
album.
amp it up a little bit here.
Yeah.
Cappy subs, give me diarrhea. Cappy subs, give me diarrhea.
Right? We're not putting this out. Remember, we're not putting this out. Somebody else is. Ready for the chorus?
Yeah.
Subs, give me diarrhea. Spray out of my butt.
Out of my butt, everybody! Whoa! Out of my butt!
Go along with it now.
I like that. Yeah.
Your friends.
When I separate what it's about,
Right? How powerful, Brendan, how powerful is that?
That was great.
Right?
I'm going to be singing out of my butt for like the rest of the week.
How powerful is that?
Get out of my butt. That's what I do. That's how I'll spin it.
It does suck for a small business that has been there for so long.
For so long. And then people want them there, you know.
Yeah.
But I contacted Craig Usler. He's the guy that did Creative Village downtown, like where the UCF is, and he and his wife just bought hoods up. So I was like, hey man, put cappies and hoods up. Call it a day.
Well,
everyone would freak out.
Did
Well,
they
it'd be the
buy
perfect spot for it, too, because as far as like...
They don't need too big of a space.
And that area also kind of a partying vibe, and you roll through for a cheesesteak and some fries. Yeah, man.
Right?
Yeah, I can actually see
it's
that.
It's already kind of known as like a sandwich hotspot because of Stasios and pom-poms.
And even better, it's taking something that's iconic
Badass.
and shoving it into something else iconic to preserve two iconic brands.
Are we
right?
on the radio today? Have I cussed too much? Am I allowed to? I've been cussing.
No.
Are you can curse all you want. You can curse all you're fine. You're fine.
I'm just hearing I don't want to get you in trouble. I was like,
what do you can piss on the floor? This place is for sale.
I'm going to write my name.
There's a pile of trash back there.
There's shit flies everywhere. You can do whatever you want.
I did find it interesting. Another article I was reading on Bunghole is that the history of Cappies, and then it was like Cappy started when like Ron Itchy Kaplan
dropped his bread on Billy Longo Johnson's
and then
meat.
Bought Cappies, and then later sold it to someone else named Kaplan with a C, no relation. And I'm like, what are the fucking chances?
Didn't they change just the letter?
Yeah. Because it was, no, they were Kaplan with a K. He was Kaplan with a K, the original one. So then they just kept it Kaplan.
Oh, they just kept it alone.
A person with the same last name spelled different happened to buy. Like, that's
I'll give you
bizarre,
one.
right?
I'll give you one.
And
I grew
also,
up with that, dude.
Why isn't it called Itchies? They made in the story, like, this is what they call them. I was like, why is it Itchy subs?
I heard there was another Cappy sub, like they tried to franchise it like Beefy King did.
Yeah,
you know, and then they just kind of fizzled out.
Yeah, that was like kind of happening around here. You mentioned the name thing. My mom's parents were the Atkins. My dad's parents were the Adkins.
Oh,
okay.
So
sounds like a feud.
Yeah, when they married, it was just weird, like because I had one set of grandparents were the Adkins, one set were the Atkins, and it just I don't know, very weird.
Families are weird like that.
So, Brendan, let's talk about. I saw some of your social media pictures of you sitting at that beautiful lake in Montreal.
That place is beautiful, dude.
And then I also saw your dad. He was calling some. What animals were there?
A loon.
A loon?
Yeah, that's what they use for camp tracks. Whenever there's like a movie or something, they'll put a loon over top of it. And I bet you could find a sound effect for a loon. They sound like ghosts over the water. And my dad is a druid, like he can mimic birds and they can come to him. He can tell them what to do and they'll do it. Like, it's crazy. So these loons are very reclusive out on Lake Superior. There you go.
That's a loon?
That's a loon. And my dad can mimic them and call them in from miles away. They'll hear him and they'll come to investigate and get up real close. That's always a
Your
thing
dad's
for us.
fucking awesome, dude.
Yeah, he's really awesome.
He is awesome.
We had a scare at the cabin. It's not in Montreal. It's called Montreal River Harbor. And it's in northern Ontario, middle of nowhere. It's so far out. 911 isn't 911. It's like a different number. And
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I realized when my dad was having kind of a health moment that I didn't know the number, and my sister didn't either.
That's so Tom Van. It hurts.
Oh, it was crazy. We were not prepared because we I had like bags of mushrooms, and we were just gonna get fucked up.
Quick, hit him with the bag of mushrooms.
And my dad, he said he greened out, where like you just smoke too much weed and you just kind of pass out. But it looked a little bit like a health episode.
Did he just have a weed panic attack?
Well, he kind of fell off his chair a little bit.
Okay.
And his heart went so super slow.
That's
you
the
could
Mike
tell
B.
that his blood pressure was low and he got all clammy, and so we had to bring him back.
Oh.
Yeah, so it kind of fucked it up. But he fucked it up. I fucked everything up.
Sucked the life out of it.
Yeah, but on the last, everything was beautiful there. It's just so raw and I slept outside, like in a hammock on the deck the whole time we were at the cabin, just because I could fall asleep looking at the stars. It's the most stars you've ever seen ever. Like you're in the Milky Way. And on the last night, there was sheet lightning in the distance.
Sheet lightning!
Perseid meteor shower, right? So the meteors were going crazy, shooting stars. And Northern Lights.
No shit.
And I was so stoned. And at that point, I was like, well, Dad says he wasn't a heart issue. It's fine. I'm just going to do a couple mushrooms. And if we need to go anywhere.
Well, that's amazing. I mean, that's the when you do the mushrooms.
Loons sing in the distance. And the whole thing is just, that place, I dream about our cabin. It's...
Do you think about just fuck all this shit? I'm just gonna go up there and live off the grid.
Sometimes I do from your photos. Like I'll look at a photo that you post, and seriously, even my shit, I look at that and I'm like, fuck all this shit.
I'm getting to the point where I need to be spending more time in Canada, and whether that means it's meant like 2 weeks that's generally all I can do. Is to get it because I'm still kind of working at. Like I can't take time off from Bunghole, so I'm trying to work on like dial-up modems and like gas stations and trying to hotspot with my phone and just to keep some stories going for people here. We have to keep the traffic going or else we're fucked. But I need like to monetize my trip home, and I'm trying to. That's where I am right now is trying to wrap my head around like how can I make money when I'm in Canada so I can stay longer and be around my parents more.
Is it okay?
It's a good goal.
Is satellite internet like working?
What, like a Starlink?
Yeah,
it's not great.
They're okay. I mean, but
is it expensive as hell?
Yeah, no.
And it's not everywhere. Like,
it's not. I have friends that have them, and they swear by them, but I don't.
Yeah.
I don't have any access with them myself.
And it's only available depending on location. So it doesn't work.
And
everywhere.
our cabin doesn't have electricity, so it's like you're. Yeah.
That's a real problem. Well, you got probably a generator, right?
No, we have some solar panels to charge some lights now.
So it's real rustic.
Yeah. And you don't want the lights on either because it fucks up the stars. So,
does it have an outhouse?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
so
which I got these like fairy lights that are like... This tells you how much weed I do when I go to the cabin. And they're like little globes on sticks.
Neither of us thought that was a problem, by the way. We thought that was cool. When you said fairy lights in the toilet, both of us were on board. We're
it's the whole walkway up through, like you have to walk a little bit into the woods, and then the outhouse is up on like a little bit of a hill overlooking the bay. And now if you have to go to the bathroom at night, we have these beautiful solar powered fairy lights that kind of make it like these twinkling lights all the way up to take a big old night poop.
That sounds fucking awesome, dude.
I know.
Because I will toot my pen. Like, I do love a cup of coffee, because I used to do coffee cigarette, but I never, not inside my house. But I'll now coffee and my weed pen while I'm shitting, and it's like my new old man thing to do. I fucking love it.
We're waking and baking for sure at the cabin. Skinny dipping, going for canoes. It's so fun.
What's the water temp?
Oh, it's cold. It's cold.
I like cold.
I don't even 50s. Know. It's you'll turn blue.
Yeah,
I like that. Yeah, it takes a while to get in, but once you're in, you're fine.
Yeah. You swim around a little bit, and then when you get out, you have that weird tingly refreshment feeling,
and your body's just new.
You feel energized. Yeah, man.
Are you north enough where you don't have to worry about like poisonous spiders and snakes and shit?
There's nothing. There's nothing there that'll get you. You know, maybe a porcupine or black bear. Black bears are a thing. We're
you got a blunderbuss?
We haven't had any bears come in.
Yeah, but black bears, they just want trash.
Yeah.
But they'll bust up. They'll come in your cabin. They'll knock your door down. But
they won't drag you out and violently eat you like a grizzly will. You know, like black bears.
No, they will beat you up.
What about a porcupine? What do they do? I've never seen either of those. So I would welcome a bear or a porcupine.
No, they're generally nice too. But if you have a dog with you, they'll go crazy. Yeah. We used to have to do that. I think I talked about this before in the show. We had a dog sled team, and we were kind of like latchkey kids. So we'd get home. We'd probably have a couple of hours at home by ourselves before our parents got home if we got dropped off from the school bus.
Yeah.
So we'd get dropped off the school bus and we'd go out, look after the dogs. That was our thing. And if they had gotten into a porcupine or something during the day, that you have to take the quills out as fast as possible or it can start to get infected. And so there were times where, I was the only person there and I had to hold onto a crazy sled dog and use these crazy long tweezers that like lock and pull out, like hundreds of porcupine quills.
See that? That's what makes you tough.
Tough as shit. It's a tough motherfucker right here.
Okay, well, I'm going. Before we go to break, I was just talking to Daniel because I was scrolling like everybody does now. Instead of any entertainment, we just scroll on our phones. So one micro video after another. I'm addicted to it.
I'm smoking weed when my stories are full of weird Instagram videos.
I just hit everything. I put everything in there. I'm like, well, this will entertain people. I'll help the algorithm for other people.
Yeah.
And then I ran across this dad comes out and this kid is holding a buzzard, and the kid's probably like 7, I would like to say, maybe 8 years old, and he's holding a buzzard. He's like I caught a chicken or whatever. So then the dad's like, how'd you catch that? He's like, I was running around and like I shook it out of a tree, and he's like petting it, and this buzzard is not even going crazy. I guess like usually birds, once you hold their wings down, they like just stay calm.
Not true.
So then I was like, this
chickens, guys.
Is this fake? And
I think this is it right here.
Hey, watch this, Brendan, because I was like, this is
There's so
crazy.
many things wrong because buzzards have like gross
I don't know what it is.
bacteria.
How in the world did you catch that?
I think it's injured. I was walking down to our fort. I saw it run and I chased it.
And this is in Florida. That's illegal.
The tree and it fell and was running. Then I got hold of it and I pulled it to me.
Yeah, it's not a chicken, dude. Quit petting it.
Yeah, it's a buzzard. Those are protected. Do you know they're protected?
Buzzards?
Yeah, because people were shooting them.
Oh, really?
Yeah, trash chickens.
I think
my dad used to shoot buzzards.
Yeah, right. It was a big thing.
Yeah, even with a BB gun. My dad shot everything with a BB gun.
I can't even comprehend a kid catching a fucking buzzard. Like, it's so far from what my sons would ever do.
Oh,
I got you. Any kid that I know would go into the woods, catch a buzzard, and bring it to me, and then, like, it'd be, that's some tough-ass fucking...
It is tough. That's what you want your kids to do so bad, eh? You want your kids to be tough.
May is obsessed with catching lizards, but she won't catch a buzzard.
That's insane.
She catches lizards.
Did she make them into earrings?
She's tried to do it once. She can't get them to bite her ear, but she does. She catches baby geckos. She'll do
That's so Florida.
just regular Florida stuff. But not a buzzard. I mean, that's a different type of type of child.
There was a sandhill crane, and because they go all the way up to where I'm from. And there was one with a broken wing, and we saw it across the river. Like, we lived right on a river, and so we saw on the other side of the river. We would see it running back and forth like a dinosaur. It wouldn't fly. Dragging its wing, and so one day my dad was like, "We have to see if we can save it."
This guy's a badass.
By saving it, you mean putting it down?
Like
right?
Capture it and see if we can like bring it into a vet or something.
Okay.
Which is what we did, and I hit my job after my dad caught it. I had to paddle the canoe up and down the river, and Dad was in the bush trying to flush it out, and he flushed it out towards me. And we got it. And then my job was then to hold it as we went into town. And we're like an hour outside of town.
Well, you gave it mushrooms, didn't you?
No. I was like in high school.
It's like flapping and vomiting.
Oh, no. I'd never done drugs at this point. And I remember I had to hold its beak closed because it's like a spear. And then I had my arms
How
around
old were you
it
again?
like this. Like in high school.
Okay.
And it would try to trumpet. And it would like pull its wings out like this. And it was stronger than me because it's like a sandhill crane. They're massive. And we brought it into the vet. It was good. It didn't bite anyone, and the vet didn't know what to do with it, so they put it down.
Well, I was going to say,
I can see you start to smile. And I'm like, where's this going?
It was so sad.
someone said,
we were like, "Fuck you!"
Man, I have missed my Canadian real man. You have the greatest story.
someone said it was still a bit alive. If you just
I think it even made you tougher to have to do all that. And still face the death of the crane, right?
Yeah. I wanted to cry, and then I was just mad, and I was like, well, why did they just give it back to us?
That's a hard lesson because you were doing the right thing, and it did not end well.
No.
You did the right thing, but you had to figure out, sometimes you do the right thing and you still lose.
Yeah, you still lose, yeah.
That's a hard lesson. My God, your dad's teaching you everything.
I don't think, well, I'm sure he didn't
No, that one went sideways.
It did. It was like, as they don't normally do. All my dad's adventures go
because dads
sideways.
do mean well. I feel like you or Brendan's dad in those cases when things you're like in your dad mind, you're like, oh fuck,
Yeah.
because you realize it has to be put down, and you just went to all this work to try and save, and your kid's holding its beak and it's trumpeting on you.
I had to drive my dad. I got there. I was home for a day, and then I had to drive my dad 6 hours into the wilderness, like north of us, to go to a wedding. And it was just like, that's all I did my whole trip, was just like drive people around, and because I had a rental, and I ended up just being a chauffeur in the north.
You're in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah. Like middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
Like real nowhere.
Like I was the only gay guy on Grindr. Like it was great.
Oh man, this is real.
I thought I'd get like a lonely fireman in a station somewhere.
Yeah.
All right, let's take a quick break, and then when we come back, we've got a bunch of
tons of stuff,
things to talk about. Some stories that got off Bunghole that I want to talk to Brendan about.
Okay.
Yeah.
Quiz me.
Yeah. We're gonna do that. We haven't talked to you since you fathered your pigeons.
Yeah.
We haven't even talked about that.
Long, laborious process.
Yeah, I took my daughter down there to see him.
You did?
Yeah, we'll talk about all of that. The name of the band, can't go wrong with these ladies. The Linda Lindas, brand new music, just came out today.
Great.
The name of the song is No Obligation. If you like female punk rock, you will like these gals. We'll be right back with more A Mediocre Time. 1-844-TOMNDAN, show at tomandan.com. Family-friendly service, that's our friends over at American Air and Heat. And it is still hot. Even though it's getting a little cooler, I would argue that now would be the time to do preventative maintenance. In fact, I think a couple of weeks ago I even told you guys that American Air and Heat, I must be logged into something because they just text me and they're like, hey, dum-dum, it's time for you to get your air condition looked at. And it's very easy. I just tell Andrea, and then we just make an appointment. Boom. Easy breezy.
We live in Florida. You need an efficient air conditioner. And if you start doing the math, I'm sure a lot of people listening are like, man, my AC system is 25 years old. You know, it's like, a lot of people are like, oh, I just got it in 2002. You're like, oh my God.
Yeah, well, we've all done that. We know what
it's about to be 23 years old.
Yeah, we know what it's like to try and limp an old unit along. We also know what it's like to be underpowered and not have a good unit.
And it could be super inefficient, costing you a high energy bill each month. And you start doing the math, you're like, wait a minute, if I could save $100, which I have with getting in a complete new system, new duct work, I got a return in every ceiling in every room now, so it cools the house efficiently, and it runs less.
Well,
and
even small things you do, like we did our preventative maintenance, and then, Andrea, she's big on the energy guides and stuff like that. And then she got the email from our energy company, and our bill was down, like $70. You can't compete with that, just because we had them come in and dial it in the way it's supposed to be running.
Yeah, and plus the filtration technology, they've got the infrared light that kills viruses and bacteria.
Electrostatic filter, which is really, really cool. You can change that yourself just in the shower. You don't even need to go outside. And you can keep that filter forever. You just got to dust it out.
Yeah, or if you have a problem, give them a call. They'll come fix it. It's AmericanAirandHeat.com.
Yes. This is wonderful country music right here. That's Drew Holcomb featuring Vince Gill. Welcome back to A Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan. I am Dan.
I'm Tom.
I'm Brendan.
Brendan O'Connor's here.
I was waiting to see if you were going to do that, because normally you do. Man, it's good to see you. Welcome back.
Thanks for having me.
What do you want to talk about now? What do you want to jump into?
You said you did research.
Oh, there's a story. I was on Bunghole. I'm like, let's see, a building site, and then there was like a category called weird. And
weird alert.
Yeah, it's just a bunch of weird stories.
I like that.
And I clicked that. I'm like, all right, let's see what they're. And then there was a story.
Some aren't that weird.
About, that's just kind of like Weird Job Wednesday. Yeah. Everything is weird in the right context, right?
Everything is weird if you have a show and you need to make it weird.
Everything's weird if you take your pants off.
Everything's weird when you're killing time.
And so there was a story about how they're implementing this program where they put these Alexa-type devices in retirement and old folks' homes, and they're called LEQ or LEQ. And basically, it's looks like an Alexa, and it talks to old people, and old people is to combat like senior boredom.
Yeah,
because I guess that's a problem where
you want to see it.
Boredom and loneliness.
It's kind of sad because I'm like, don't you have a family?
Well, that's the other thing too, is because then a lot of them don't know how to use their phones to do FaceTime. I don't know how to use
my phone.
Or call, or maybe they don't have a landline where they're staying, and so they can FaceTime through this robot now.
Yeah,
it looks like a little EV robot unit.
Yeah. And it's like the robot also, like, you gotta have conversations with it and whatever.
It'll give you recipes. It'll tell you when to take your meds. And it's in a nice, friendly voice. So it's to combat loneliness. Primarily because loneliness is a big cause of decline in seniors.
Didn't they come out not even 3 months ago and say that loneliness is an epidemic?
Yeah,
I think
for everybody.
Yeah, for everyone.
Here's the thing.
That's a post-pandemic thing.
You mentioned the first problem I saw with this is a nice, friendly voice. Because if I the only experience I have with old people is my pop-up, and my pop-up likes to talk and bitch to people that are like-minded.
Fuck it!
The robot needs to talk grumpy back to him. For instance, he needs to be like,
it's very white too.
Why the fuck is it hot in here? Take your fucking pills.
They're eating the goddamn dogs. and then the robot's like, I am the ducks. So it needs to be like-minded to an old person. It needs to be a little racist.
I thought you were talking about the debate last night.
They're eating cats and dogs. It needs to be as racist and as grumpy as they are. It can't be all nice and angry.
I want to see what it sounds like here. Hold on, because I don't even know what.
It's like
my pop-up would never want to talk to this robot.
Stylish LEQ3. And this is me, Gerald. I'm 82 years old, and I live with a robot.
It sounds like you made this with AI.
LEQ3 is designed for people like me.
And me. And me.
And me.
She's really talking to it.
And me.
She's convenient and easy to use. She's lighter, smaller, faster, and more capable
cheers
than
it with
I
a glass of wine.
ever imagined.
This is sad.
They still haven't given her.
I'm cutting vegetables in front of mine.
I cut my finger off.
Oh, help!
She's got all this technology. She has cutting-edge
How does she talk? What does she sound like?
To help me with everything from cooking to playing games with the grandkids.
This is horse shit.
But it talks like Alexa. It's too proper. It's too nice. It needs to mix in.
I'm sure you can change it just like you can with your Google Maps. You can make it sound like a boy band or a British snob.
I had Cody Rigsby from Peloton one time. I had him for a little bit.
Isn't he the gay one?
Yeah, he's the gay one. There's a lot of gay ones on the Peloton.
You need to incorporate it saying inappropriate things, calling people colored and things. That shit that the old people
colored man at the door.
It needs to do shit that old people do. So that's the
Don't forget to tell your colored nurse to give you more.
That's what they want.
Your friend Tom's pretty nice for a colored. They always say
darky.
Because remember, that's a compliment when they say that.
My grandparents used to just say them.
My grandfather, he he got together with his other neighbors in St. Cloud at 4:30 every day. They ride
political bubble.
Their three-wheelers over his house, and they sit there and bitch about Obama. That's what they want to talk about. That's what you need that in a robot because they don't want to talk to some fucking Alexa telling it's the weather.
It's too complicated. The whole voice thing never works, and nobody ever picks up on why it doesn't work. Their hearing isn't good. Yeah. It's never going to work. Because they don't have
they hear shit.
They hear shit, right? So even with the best voice, even right up on my grandfather, I'd be screaming into his ears. He can't hear it. So
maybe it's like a Bluetooth thing to your ear pods.
Andrea's dad has the Bluetooth hearing aids, and he has them connected to his phone. And every time he takes a call, it's like. Blah! It blows his head off. It's like, what is that movie where they put the collar on his neck?
Put his volume down.
Running Man? What was it? Universal Soldier. Yeah, but it's like the collar. Because seriously, at Christmas, he'll be like, oh, let me take this. And he'll hit it, and it'll be like, You're like, ah!
You know, I was thinking about, like, this won't happen to our generation because... And I also thought about how annoying we are, like, us as old people, going to be to the generation under us because, like... the old
because we don't have any retirement savings.
Well,
we all have to live with our kids.
Old people,
yeah. Well, we'll have universal income by then.
Old people can, they will.
Come on, Kamala.
They'll forward you some scam emails and some bullshit like that. But
they package to pick up.
But
DHL.
They may text you, like my mom. She's not that old, but she texts me every once in a while. But they because older people can't use technology.
Yeah,
that's why they're lonely.
Right.
But when we get old, we're going to be texting.
It'll be a
and
different
FaceTime.
technology, though. It's going to be like the brain implant computer chip,
cyber chips.
Yeah. But we'll understand.
We won't want to do that because we'll be scared of Elon, and everyone's gonna be like, "You're so squared."
We'll be like they'll be like internal computer folks, and we'll be I'm still external. I'm never putting this in my butt.
Yeah, what am I?
You know what I mean? You my cell phone in my butt in your ass. I'm not putting one. I hold it external.
You put that cell phone in my butt.
Yeah, that's going to be the thing.
Yeah.
No nanobots in this motherfucker.
Yeah,
how am I supposed to turn it off?
Yeah, you're right, because as we get closer to cyborg, we're going to be the generation where we're like, I'm not putting that shit.
You're already seeing it, right?
That's that future. Otherwise, it's post-apocalyptica.
Well, you made a great point.
Zombies.
You made a perfect point. We're already seeing it, right? So just like how many, like Tracy, your boys, my daughter.
Yeah,
I'm sure you have friends that have VR, right? That's more chip tech than it is a cell phone.
Yeah.
And it's getting closer to putting it directly in your brain.
I'd like to see that everybody gets an immigrant. You know, you get to a certain age, we should all just have an immigrant buddy.
Oh, no.
This is why you confuse people. This is why you confuse people. He's like, the gay guys on here talk about slaves again.
No, it's a buddy system. And we're helping them earn
I don't get it.
their citizenship, and they have to, in order to earn their citizenship, they have to hang out with only.
And he's got guns, too.
I like the yellow dude. But the immigrant, I don't know. Right? It's like, what is it? He was holding
they can't figure you out, man.
Killed the goose. That's cool. So also, what else have you been up to, Brennan? Once you got back from
pigeons.
Canada?
Yeah, let's talk about the pigeons a little bit.
It went crazy.
Did you expect for it to go? Did you know how crazy it was going? Were people giving you reports?
I knew it would. Yeah, and I was very happy to be in Canada for it because some people hate them, just hate.
Yeah.
If you don't know what we're talking about, I was approached by Creative City Project. They're that group that do the big art festival downtown. They have been commissioned by the Downtown Development Board and the City of Orlando and United Arts to reinvigorate downtown with a series of like public art things, interventions, interactions.
Yeah,
the first one they did was a giant rainbow, like a big wooden rainbow you could walk underneath and take pictures and stuff, and so gay. The second thing was my pigeon idea, and that came up. They had a big round table. And I was so excited because I love stuff like this. I have like a running list of I have a PDF that I just add to all the time just because I'm so excited about public art and interactions, interventions, and
you just keep a running list of ideas.
I do always.
I think that's cool.
And they didn't like any of them. And at one point, I did talk about inflatables, and Cole Neesmith, who's the head of it, was like, "Well, let's unpack that."
That guy wears expensive T-shirts. I can tell
he does. Slouchy neck.
Yeah, he's got this. This is the guy. This Cole Neesmith. Is that his name? I've known him in the community. He's a true artist. But when I look at him, I'm like, that is a $375 T-shirt. It's the only thing I can think of when I see him, because he's a good-looking guy.
Because he makes good money. They're the only game in town for like public art stuff. They do all the takeovers at Lou Gardens with like the dazzling nights for Christmas.
We have one right now, right?
Show. Yeah, the Halloween one is ramping up right now.
Spooky nights.
I need to get into the art business. That seems like
he's killing it.
You're like, how much for this wooden rainbow? $10,000. People don't know how to value art, so they're like, oh, okay.
I think they got I want it like hundreds of thousands of dollars. For a year's worth. Every 2 months there'll be a new something. downtown, and mine is the second something, and it's inflatable pigeons that some guy in Bulgaria put together for us based on some renderings I did on Canva. Yeah.
No shit, you bought your pigeons from Bulgaria?
Yeah, they're Bulgarian pigeons.
That's insane. That's the last place I would have picked where they came from. We used to have a Bulgarian joke with Ross in here.
Oh, funny.
That's funny.
I can't stop thinking about them though now. Like I can't. I want to do a million things with inflatables.
I took Maisie down to see the pigeons. We very much enjoyed them.
They're fun, right?
They look really good when you're down there.
Yeah, they're on all the roofs.
I didn't understand all the weird hate. EJ was one of those people. Our buddy Gary in the BDM group was one of those people. Because
they see it as a waste of public money, or a lot of the comments were like, "This could have gone to homeless people." Yeah, so could all of the money that we spend at the city. It could all go to homeless people.
But they're just going to buy drugs with it, and they will never have any pigeons.
They're spending millions of dollars on homeless programming. So, what are you saying? There should just be no arts programming, or are you saying there should just be nothing to? I think it's actually working. Like there are people, I see families downtown taking pictures in front of the pigeons.
Yeah, I went down there.
Right?
Can't really complain. I did it for breakfast. We went and got our Jeff's bagel, and we got our coffee, and then we headed down there.
And you walked around.
Yeah.
Did you tell her that it was your drag queen friend?
I did indeed.
Did she think that was cool?
She did think that was cool. Yeah, cool. She likes you. She's very much a Brendan and Brenda fan.
Yes.
But she didn't. Again, I asked her, and from a kid's perspective, it's very there will be no hate. They're like, oh yeah, this looks great.
Right?
From her perspective, it's like, yeah, this is awesome.
I also saw on your Instagram that you were at a mall recently, and I too was at a mall.
Malls are sad.
No, well,
same mall.
There may be something saving malls, and I never thought that this would happen.
Laser tag.
No, my son Tommy, my oldest son, loves stores.
So does Maisie.
One or two M's.
And so he likes going to the mall. He likes stores.
So does Maisie.
And then I ask him, I'm like, why do you like it? He's like, just all this stuff. And because it's new to him.
He likes the browse.
You know what I'm saying? And to me, I have been indoctrinated to hate stores from growing up.
Because the internet's new to you.
Dragging me to malls. Yes. And
the internet is your mall.
And then I'm like, I can get everything and not leave my house. Great. Because now I'm an old man. I don't want to go anywhere.
Yeah.
And then
that's why there's an epidemic of loneliness.
Maisie fucking loves the mall.
Yeah.
Like Florida Mall and like Millennium.
The good one. We only take her to the good ones. I mean, she would probably hate Fashion Square.
There's like 3 shops.
But you're right. Like their eyes light up.
They're like, look, Tommy's like, look how much stuff there's here.
If Crystal was going to the mall and said, hey, to Tommy, hey, you want to go? He'd be like, oh, I want to go.
Oh, that's what happened over the weekend on Sunday before football started. Crystal's like, I got to go to the mall. And Tommy's like, yes.
I love that.
And then I'm like, why do you want it? I'm like, what are you going to buy? He's like, I don't know. Maybe I'll buy something. Maybe I won't. And he's like, I just like looking. I like looking at all the stuff. And then I was like,
retail
it's new to him.
You know what we should ask him? Ask him, see if you can ask him how it feels and see if it was like you when you were shopping for Luca the Lizard and you went into a store for like the first time in like 9 years or something. And he was walking around in PetSmart and he's
that's cool because
he was smiling. He was like actually, and then you told me you're like, I'm actually enjoying this. I'm like, what the fuck?
Because all of a sudden now it's odd to me. I'm like, whoa, shit! There's a store.
We're looking at
there's a lot of options. That you don't. Yeah.
It's not being marketed to me exactly what I want. It's like things I don't want. And I look at it. It's like I'm not used to seeing things I don't want because we live in 2024 now.
Oh my god, you and Tommy now go to malls.
Also, I was at Altamont Mall, and they turned off one escalator on both sides.
I hate that.
And then I was like, is this to funnel people to sides of the mall that normally don't get traffic?
Probably.
It's gotta be. Do they do that deliberately?
I think because it said like, out of order, but I'm like, what are the chances that like on one side the down is out of order,
and they're counting on fat people being too lazy? They're like, fuck, we'll walk it.
But they also don't have a lot of money. So, like, maybe they're just always breaking down.
Escalators
are tough, right? But you see how people interact with things that aren't theirs, and they're throwing double bubble gum wrappers in there.
It wasn't thriving
baseball,
by any means.
Playing cards.
The saddest to me in the mall, and this has been going on for a while though, are the sports stores that are seemingly way too big.
Yeah.
It's like a sports store that one old man, he works at the counter and he has a bunch of dusty jerseys that nobody wants, and he's gonna die in there. He's gonna die in that store.
Oviedo Mall's pretty. Have you been there?
Not in a long time.
It's actually a pretty mall. Like, architecturally, I was very impressed. And they have started...
I fingered a girl in that parking lot one time. The Oviedo Mall.
It was me.
Yeah. I had no idea. You have a T-pass.
Three knucklers.
You're a three-finger gal.
Stop, I'm sorry.
What am I talking about?
But there's a theater group that moved in there, and then they opened up a vintage shop, and they opened up a costume shop, like, just because the real estate was so cheap, and they did really well. Just kind of taking it over, and maybe that's where you guys should move, is the Fashion Square.
No, the Spanish radio station there. They already got there. The Spanish radio station.
Well, we could be across. I mean, there's some open stores.
There's so many.
Most of them.
We went to. I got a dress. I just wore it for bingo, for Macy's, which was amazing. This gold lame.
Macy's is still open?
Yeah, wow. Macy's, Dillard's, Hot Topic, Spencer's. And then the other ones were like weird, like painting activities. Like you paint a swirly, like they teach you how to paint like a swirly tree.
What, there's an old man that I'm the swirly tree shop.
I hate it. I hate that stuff. I hate the paint by number stuff, and you look at the end product, and it's like, I don't even want to learn how to
paint 3 jugs of wine. Yeah. It's a Tuscan scene.
Here's a silhouette of a palm tree in front of a sunset.
Yeah. Jimmy Buffett.
What's the monthly rent? And
can't be that
like
much.
Your average
and their roof
store
is falling apart. And,
see, that's what we don't do.
But it's got to be $3,000 to $5,000 a month, maybe more.
Oh, cheaper.
You think cheaper?
I do. Right now, because they're just empty. There's nothing in there.
But there has to be like a baseline, like property. I mean, it's so gigantic.
It's by square foot. They'll do it by square foot. But I'm telling you, those paint by number bullshit things, like, they're not making it.
Yeah. How could they? Yeah.
They're not paying $2,000 a month to be there.
I remember, like, 20 years ago, I remember, like, someone inside Champ Sports, some manager told me what the rent was of a Champ Sports, and it fucking blew my mind. It was like $30,000 a month or something like that.
Sure.
You know, I mean, they're making a lot of money back then, but it was an insane amount.
Our buddy Tom Traxler, when he was, he had the soccer store out at Disney, he told us.
Oh, Disney Springs, it was crazy.
It was just like his monthly nut was like, okay, well, I'll never see that in my entire life.
But they make, with the right thing, you make a lot of money.
Yeah.
But you actually, at Disney Springs, you have to be open 24. It's every day of the year.
You can never close.
Yeah, it's in your rider. Like, so if you ever have to close for a day or something, like, you could get in trouble or lose your lease.
Which is kind of it's a little shitty, because I was at the mall and there was a closed store. Like, it was Sunday, so I guess it was the remote control car store.
Oh, it's the only one I want to go in.
Me too. And I sit there, and then the chain link fence was down. And
was there anybody in there?
I held it like
you should bang on it.
Terminator 2. I was looking inside, I was like, oh my God, look at all the remote control cars. Me and Max and Tommy were looking over like,
is that your thing?
No, but it was
he likes stores. Yeah. Remember, these are mall guys. We're mall guys.
I like the boats.
Yeah, remote control boats,
cars. I want to do that with like a GoPro and make it go places.
I had a remote control boat that was a fireboat that would shoot water.
Ooh.
My dad got it from Radio Shack. It was really expensive.
Can you put remote control boats on Lake Eola? Probably not, eh?
Oh, yeah.
Why not?
Yeah.
You can do anything. We're Florida.
Harass the swans.
I noticed.
We're not going to harass the swans.
That'd be a great video. It's like that at that level.
Yeah.
Going around the fountain and stuff. Like
I noticed the A stuck from the canopy.
I like that. Yeah.
You don't know. Like it's funny how much more Canadian I get when I'm up there. Actually, a girl I met, my sister, know these people. It's a fabrication lab. They build things for music festivals.
Cool.
It's called Studio Nude Beach, and she brought me to their studio to go hang out with them, see some things that they were building for this massive Northern Ontario like craziness, like EDC kind of.
Oh, badass. They're bringing like a 60-foot balloon dog or something.
It was their job. They were contracted to decorate this geodesic dome. Cool. That there's a DJ underneath, and so it was their job to like make it look cool, and they made it look like there's semi-transparent like ghost slugs with lights in them were like taking over. It was so cool.
I'm down with ghost slugs.
I don't know why I was telling you that story.
No, that's fun.
Mushrooms.
I don't know why I was telling you that story. Oh, and the girl there was like, I got drunk and we were all just having fun, and I was just so happy to be there. And this friend of my sister was like, well, "You sound more Canadian than I do right now," and I was like, "I don't know what's happening." Like it just.
You just picked it back,
sponged it up, you know. Yeah, and they live near where Letterkenny's filmed.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and actually, she could have worked on that on their new season.
Because they're just like in America, the South, where you have the stereotypical Southern accent. There's like that in Canada where it gets heavier. It gets to the point where you're like, "What the fuck is this guy saying?"
I pick it up from my relatives from Virginia. Like I'll say, like if I go up there and spend time with them, I'll do a lot of like, and I'll talk more like my dad. I'll kind of slide into like a little bit more of a Southern style, you know, longer words.
When I hang out with David Jolly too long, I'll start saying the N-word.
But it's just because he's so annoying. No, I'm kidding.
All right, let's take another break.
Yes,
and then when we come back, we'll just do some voicemails because I haven't packed for this cruise or done anything.
Okay. All right,
so what are you gonna bring?
I packed
one bathing suit, a tank top.
Andrea's a little pissed at what I'm bringing, but I'm bringing party clothing. I brought my Hooters Racing tank top, basketball jersey, and Tom got me for my birthday like 2 years ago a I Like Beer Kavanaugh shirt, and I cut the sleeves off of it, so I think that's going to be pretty cool.
Oh, that's very cool.
Yeah.
And a Tom and Dan like straw hat.
Yeah, I have a straw hat. Yeah. Only
do you
trashy.
hang out on the pool deck?
Oh yeah, Lido. Yeah, hang out on the Lido deck the whole time.
Yeah. We got And then Daniel was talking about like I've never done this, like even done any of the other things the actual cruise has to offer.
I'm going to do the stuff this year.
Like we're just getting shit faced with. I'm at the casino, I'm gambling, and then we're doing the Tom and Dan meetups.
I am going to get wasted.
But I never do the other, like all the little things that because they are so much shit.
Yeah, I wish I was going.
I'm going to do casino. I'm going to get drunk. No, you're not. You're fine. It's just not your thing, man. We get it. I'm going to do the slides. I might enter a contest.
Oh, a hairy chest competition?
Hairy chest, I'm not really going to win, but like if there's a daddy dance competition or something, I'll get up there and embarrass Maisie. Yeah. I'm game for
she can teach you some
couples.
moves, though.
I'm game for couples.
Oh,
get up there. Are you like, where's the craziest place your wife makes whoopee? And I go, in her asshole. And then they're like, oh my God, there's a place scream. That's crazy.
They like that one.
I'm like acting super vulgar.
Are you going to go see the
I'm going to do the comic. I'm going to do the magician.
Yeah.
I'm going to do the shows. I'm going to do Tribute to America. I'm going to do Russian Steakhouse. I'm going to do Guy Fieri Burger Bar. I'm going to do VR gaming room.
Okay.
I'm going to do VR gaming.
You're not doing any of this shit.
I'm going to do all of it. I'm going to do all of this.
Yeah, piano bar.
I'm going to go sing at the piano bar. I'm going to sing Piano Man.
Yeah. They all have
you got to do that. I'm going to do Midnight Sorbet. I'm going to do the ice sculpture. The midnight. You go there. What's it? Midnight.
What is that?
I'm drunk. It's midnight. Give me some bologna. A giant ice sculpture.
Yeah.
This is why. Okay.
Slices of bologna.
I may not do. I like bologna too, but I may not do the midnight thing because every time I go to the midnight buffet, everybody's like, "Oh, you got to go to the midnight Dan. You're the Dan. You've been to the midnight buffet." I'm like, "Oh, I'll go." I go there. There's an ice sculpture of a unicorn. Oh, that's pretty cool. And then I look around and they surround the unicorn with bologna, and they're like, "Here you are. Here's the buffet. You can get a buffet or you can get a cupcake." And I'm like, "I don't want bologna or a cupcake. And I go, "Why you want pizza?" And they're like, "Pizza not open. Pizza be open in 2 hours." They're like yelling at me.
Is that a French accent?
You know what's good? What's good when you're drunk is 15 slices of bologna and a strawberry.
Piece of pineapple. It's always pineapple.
You're like, oh, okay. All right.
The name of the band is Pennyboard. You know what that is? Those tiny little plastic skateboards. The name of the song is Dance in Hell. We'll be right back with more A Mediocre Time right after this. Show at tomandan.com for last minute emails. It is Tom and Dan, wateringholes.com. We got you covered if you are looking for that adult libation or maybe a bar or a little bar partner of ours that you've never been to. We've got some suggestions.
Yeah, if you're just looking for a great place to go, that we refer people to because the place is awesome. That's our watering hole.
Yeah, I'm just going to randomly pick one. You ready? Ailstone.
Yep.
Boom.
Ailstone, that's in Longwood. They have great homemade food that they make in-house.
They got a meatball sub that is Maisie approved.
Yeah,
it's really good.
Really good pizzas, and those pizzas are half off Monday through Thursday, and delicious beers, delicious homemade seltzers. Their brewery is awesome. The huge
beautiful
glass wall. You could see all the giant tanks on the other side, so you can see how it's made.
You can sit outside if you'd like to. It is going to start to cool down soon. Let's pivot on over to the Current Seafood Counter in College Park.
Yep.
My daughter's favorite restaurant. There is a gentleman that calls our hotline, our Tom and Dan Vanity line, every day and says that he eats at the Current. This man has been eating at the Current for 2 weeks straight. If you like seafood and you want to save a little money in your pocket, try the Current. It's counter service. You're not breaking the bank. They throw all that money back into the quality of the seafood. Yep. You got Northeast beers and $7 craft cocktails.
Yeah.
I did it.
Margarita, black and mahi sandwich.
That's what I did.
That is, how can you have that and not have a good day?
It's a strong margarita, too. It's a very strong margarita. All right, let's go to Salty Sisters. That's Tiffany's Bar.
Yeah.
Smash burgers, cocktails, right there beachside.
Cocoa Beach.
Great area for the kids to play around in. She kind of prides herself on being a family restaurant, so go pay her a visit and ask to see her.
Cafe Da Vinci and DeLand. Dan Reed brings awesome bands through Cafe Da Vinci.
You know why? Because he's a musician. He's a singer.
Yeah, and they've been there for so long, and they have the relationships with all of these great bands. So, great area just to swing by and grab a drink because you never know who's going to play in their courtyard.
The only day I don't think they have music is Sunday. It's Monday through Saturday. They got live music.
Yeah.
So it's kind of crazy. And again, Dan's a great guy. Again, ask for these people and say like, "Hey, Tom and Dan told me to stop by and ask for you." They like that.
Yeah,
they're paying
100%.
for this. Man.
Yeah.
Help us out here. Who else do we need to talk? Let's talk about Will's Pub.
Yep, Will's Pub, Little Indies, Dirty Laundry. They're 3 side by side, and they're all a little bit different, so it's great. But of course, Will's Pub.
How would you describe them? Like Will's is punk rock, hip hop.
Yeah, punk rock, awesome acts come through Will's. Little Indies is a really...
Your wife likes that place, right? Because it's kind of dark and kind of romantic and chill.
Yeah. Great bar, just like a super cool, chill
like an
bar.
Underground bar.
Yeah. It's almost kind of like
you feel
hidden.
Cool. You feel cool.
Yeah. You do feel cool. And then Dirty Laundry is their newer concept, which is outside. It's like the outdoor bar. It's right to the left of Little Indies, and you can just check them all out, or especially after you spill out of a awesome punk rock show and just hang out at Little Indies.
There's bars everywhere. It is a complex. Breeze Whiskey Bar and Lounges in Kissimmee. It's nice to have these in all different areas.
Yeah,
Kissimmee's a fun little spot, and you can go to Breeze and try many of their cocktails, craft beers, or their whiskeys that they have.
They do game nights and a bunch of stuff. Follow them on social media. Also ask for a Tom and Dan pint glass when you're there. Again, just go to tomanddan.com, click on the watering holes link. You can see all these. And when you're there, just tell them Tom and Dan sent you.
I kind of feel like this is I feel like this has like a little Grateful Dead kind of a vibe to it. It felt like it has like a little, I don't know. I felt like we needed something a little more islandy going into.
Do you know Phosphorescent?
Our Cruise. Is that a band? Phosphorescent.
Yeah, they're similar.
Let me write that down. Phosphorescent.
We were talking to Brendan on the break about I'm so jealous of the fact of being like a travel writer and like influencer where...
Say what you really said. You said you were jealous that he's gay and fun.
That is what that's what you need to be to get the job.
That is what he said. Well, you're a big guy.
No one wants to see curmudgeon hold whitey going on a trip and be like,
no, they do, but that's on Truth Social. Can you imagine being a travel writer for Truth Social?
Do you want a curmudgeoned old tiny dick, or do you want a big, fun, big dick?
And then you go around, because the tourism boards and all, they all have money to spend to get people out there.
What happened to our... there was a time. Hold on, you unlocked a memory for me. Sorry. We had a meeting to set up. We were meeting with, was it Orange County, to talk about Sunrail?
Yeah.
What happened to all that?
Well, we were trying to get that tourism money because it was our original sales guy. They're like that because he knew the shit. He knew the mainstream media. They're like, oh, we need to get the fucking the government money.
Yes.
And
we need to get that sea Clearwater money. Because I remember one time they hit me up, and where I knew it was like big shit is we had a sales lady at Real Radio say, hey, I got this Clearwater deal. It was like last minute. They're like, hey, I got this Clearwater deal. I need you to go out there. You'll remember this. I need you to go out there. It's you and your wife can go. I'll give you 2 nights at this fucking resort. It was amazing. And they're like, we'll cover everything. We'll give you a per deal.
We just need you to talk about it.
What I want to do is like drunk buses to those places. Or like what if we, as outlets could work with Visit Clearwater or work with Visit Sarasota, and you make it like a cool hyper local staycation package or something. Like, and we bring those people, they wine and dine everybody, but part of our deal is to publicize how much fun it was.
Yeah, we're shining a light on it
for us to go. And I think that I don't see people doing that enough.
See, I don't really want to go with anybody else.
Okay, all right, excellent to get that out of the way.
And I really don't want to do any work and talk about it.
So I just want a free trip alone with their family.
But I want it to be taxpayers' money. That's the most important.
Is there a place that you would go to? Is there a place that you would go to, like if they offered you? Like
money?
Visit Clearwater, yeah.
It's hard for him to go anywhere.
It's
these
called
days.
Shitty Bahamas on a Walmart cruise. That's what I'm joking.
Grumpy
I'm joking.
And that was the last time they were ever allowed to go.
And that was it.
Joking.
That's the most honest thing he's ever said on the fucking show.
Our wizards are laughing.
Did you just say the wizard is laughing?
No, the wizard.
The wizard. That's a code word.
The wizard is laughing. Oh my god, the race war started.
It means he's getting a boner. Wizards leave.
Brendan, how many scam texts do you get?
Oh, a bunch, but I also have a stalker.
Oh, you got a stalker?
What? Oh, yeah.
Do you not want that? Is it real?
Yeah,
does it make it? But it makes it worse when you talk about it. Dear Brendan,
he's probably listening. He listens he's obsessed. He's crazy.
Well, wait a minute. I want him to continue to listen. We need all the listeners we can get.
Craig Jungworth is his name.
No, don't say his name.
I'll say it. I don't care. It's not like Voldemort.
I don't want the Jungworth curse. No. I don't want the curse. I don't have a lightning bolt on my skull.
We have nothing to do with this.
I'm like the fat kid. I'm like the fat kid that whose dad liked him more than Harry in the first movie.
He has like roto dialers or something. Like, so if you block one number, another number, he'll use another number to text you. He does this to people all over Florida. He comes up with fake festivals and like charges people to be vendors at the fake festivals, and then the festival never happens, and he keeps all the money. Like he's gone to jail. Like he, allegedly, I have to say all this because he's crazy.
You said his name. My God, you're sitting us down the toilet right now.
So hold on,
the Jungworth.
He's crazy. He threatened to bomb, like to do another pulse. Like but he won't.
God.
He captured his mother and kept her in his basement. Like he's like just this crazy, lonely old gay man who like lives with his mom. And he just loves harassing people.
And he picked you?
Yeah, I'm one of the people that he picks on. I don't know. I have
if I were gay and lived with my mom, I would harass the fuck out of you.
I didn't know who he was.
Is that wrong to say? Is that okay?
Yeah.
I'm
flattered.
Don't
so he's just a troll?
Yeah, but also like a little malicious and a little crazy. Like he pretended. This is the first time I met him. He called me and he called me on my cell. I don't know how he got my number. And he pretended to be a developer who has this idea for like they call them remnants, property remnants. So like when someone builds like a big residential apartment complex, they might leave off a piece of their property that's like sandwich, like a little pie slice that you can fit like a trailer on or something.
Yeah,
and he wanted to buy those pieces and develop them into like little Airbnbs and sprinkle them all around town. And I thought, cool, that sounds amazing.
It does sound like a Brendan idea.
And he wanted to pick my brain.
You fell for the bait
about how to market it. I did.
Yeah.
Oh, I fell for that bait.
I would have followed.
He gave you a cool gay idea.
Oh yeah.
God,
And
this
he
guy
said,
played you like a gay fiddle.
And he said, meet me on the side of the road and over here, and I'm going to show you the spot, and I want to know what you think. And I met him. I met him. I didn't know who I didn't know.
Oh my God, you're dancing with the devil in the pale moonlight. You never dance with the devil in the pale moonlight.
Yeah,
and
it was
then
in
what
the
do you
middle of
do?
nowhere, over near Disney Springs somewhere.
You didn't even bring a friend.
I know. I told Scotty where I was
didn't even
going.
bring your
I
pink
gave him the
pistol?
number. Nothing. And
yeah, but you can handle yourself.
Yeah,
Brandon.
this guy could help.
well, we got out. And
You can hold me like a
Baby.
like a little goose.
Hold me like a vulture. Hold me like a Florida
Just
boy.
keep your mouth shut.
Hold me like a Florida vulture boy.
Anyway, I met him on the side of the road, and he wanted me to look at the property, and I started it's like saw palmetto everywhere.
You catch a reflection
and
of
I
a
was
2x4.
and I've done surveys and stuff before. Like, I know what to look for, so I'm just walking around with my boots on, and I was, this is cool.
You're in the woods now.
Yeah, kind of. In the middle, between, like, it's a remnant property, just like what he said. I can see an apartment complex to the right and an apartment complex to the left, and I'm like walking around, and then he didn't want to come in because he had flip-flops on, because he was flip-flops and socks. Which I remember thinking, that's weird. Like, we're here to go look in the woods.
Weird. That's what murderers wear.
And then he hollers from the road, would anybody know if you died back there? And I was like, wait a minute. That's when it ticked, and I was like, well, maybe he's on who he says he is. And I was like, yeah, I left the lot. Everybody knows where I am. I pinged my friend when I got here.
I need to give this stalker some advice about how to kill people. Never warn them.
I know.
Never bring up the obvious.
And I went home and I Googled him, and he said his name was CJ, and it's still Craig Youngworth. It was him, and then it turned out I found out all about him, and there's all kinds of stuff about him. Palm Beach Gazette or something wrote about him once. It's crazy. If you look him up, his record is insane.
Hold on, but what about the business idea?
I never have it.
Call me, Craig. I'll meet you in the woods. I want to make money.
It's a great business idea. Like, you can get these properties for super cheap. Like, so there was actually he did have a good idea, but like
I just want to meet a gay guy in the woods.
Well, give me a call. I'll meet you at the Saw Palmetto Woods. I need a new studio.
I know. And now Scotty,
we do need a property.
Anytime I get a cold call for things now, Scotty's like, well, you're not going to meet them on the side of the road. Where are you going to meet?
We'll
Somewhere public?
We'll go with you.
Yeah.
Tom and Dan, we'll drive you.
Okay.
I'll drive you there.
Back to scam text.
Holy shit, Brendan. That literally blew my hat off.
I too get scam texts all the time, and nowadays they usually
scam likely.
They in the text it doesn't say scam likely.
Oh, I get
maybe it's some
no.
sort
When
of
I get
setting.
a text, and apparently every congressional leader in the world has my info, and I don't know how. I get a text from every politician,
registered Democrat.
I don't even know if I am. Yeah, I probably would be. But it's everything. No, but I get both sides.
Uh-huh.
I get everybody.
Oh, okay.
I get a Trump text. I get a Harris text. I get anybody that's local. I get their text.
Oh, that's interesting.
Escamani got her. Everybody's got me.
Yeah, we could ask Anna where she got it.
Yeah, she would probably tell me.
Tell you.
Yeah.
So,
she's pretty cool.
And they send things that maybe you, as a person you know. Like, for instance, this text says, "Long time no see.
I'm not supposed to say that anymore. That's ching chong.
How's it been going recently?" And then so I saw the text pop up, and I'm like, "Oh,
wait, was the last part? How's it bees going?
How's it bees going?"
And it's easy now.
That's confusing.
I don't understand how these.
Hey, how's it bees going?
How this gets people, because I could see that I've never had any correspondence with this person in my history.
Yeah.
Was
it like a booty call?
Well, okay, so then it goes, so I ignore it, and this is like 2 days ago, we're doing the show, and then I come back I get another.
Scotty.
It's Scotty.
It says, "Hi, I'm Shirley. Do you still remember me?" And then this person sends a picture.
Wait,
right?
is that the old joke? Surely you remember me?
Oh my God, it's me. Is it my dick?
And so this is the picture of the person. Look, see, Brendan.
Oh, she's Honey Pot.
Oh, she looks like she's in
Honey Pot.
She looks like. Is that a man boy? Is that a
lady boy?
Lady boy?
No,
or is that one of the? That she looks like she's in the band Pink, or
God,
what is that?
Porcelain white skin.
Black Pink.
It almost looks like some movie, like
or Red Velvet.
Yeah,
those Korean girl bands
with the guy, but then the big white guy in the front.
Yeah,
and he wears a skirt.
That's she's beautiful.
So in the picture,
I'd fall for that.
I showed. Okay, well, hold on.
And you're
So
like, show me Bush.
So this is
damn. Brendan just took it up 5 notches.
That's what straight guys say.
So this is my point with this. So once I see this picture, and I'm like, who is this fooling? Because I imagine that the only people that get scammed through scam texts are older. And
I've had to tell myself over the years, like, if they're that attractive, it's not real.
Okay, so that's my point.
Oh, right.
So
all right.
They would.
I'm very full of myself, and I feel pretty good about myself. But if they're that attractive, there's no way.
Yeah, that's my point.
You got the gab. I got it too. You got the gab.
Well, yeah, but
you can run your mouth.
They can do that in person.
Those of us that run our mouths can go. It takes us a long way.
This girl is 20 years old. 21 years old.
No, she may be younger than that. That's way younger.
Like guaranteed herpes.
But anyway, I'm like, there's not any way. Like there's no way this person ever knew me.
But if you were your Pop's age and you were sitting in his house and it was really hot, it's 95 degrees, and you're watching boxing at 500, right? And you get that
very
text,
specific,
and you're alone, right? Because we learned earlier in the show it's an epidemic.
Yeah.
Do you feel like with limited, it's not a fire in the way it
is it enough
right?
to just rub one out?
Would you write her back? And I'm not saying you would. Because I think how they get you is they're in for that long haul, right? Don't they get that dialogue going and form a relationship with the old man? Because it's just for old men.
But some of those, okay, so...
But how do the old men fall for, like, don't they
do you
realize...
think your Pop would realize?
That 20-year-old girls are not into fat old men.
Yeah, but remember your Pop, what was his phrase? He was like, I feel like he was young at heart, dude, and the guy looked amazing.
Sometimes all they need, though, is your number and a response, and then that's how they can, like, access the shit in your phone, too.
But we had a BDM that had that, where they put, like, an app on his phone.
Yeah.
But the picture almost...
I had someone, they said they had my nudes, and I was like, go for it. I don't...
So, but I imagine they said... I don't care, put them up.
At this point.
But run it.
Yeah.
But I imagine...
Run the footage.
I apologize to everyone.
They send the picture of the young girl as bait to get the person to respond.
Yes.
Because the person's like, oh, maybe I have a chance. I'm imagining this is what it's for, right? That's like maybe, this girl is good looking. I'm going to she seems interested. Who the fuck thinks they're interested in your old ass?
Did you for a second though?
No.
Well, you have to be a little ignorant to. You have to be a touch ignorant to like chat conversation. When these first started, when I'd never heard of a spam text before, I didn't even think that was possible. But I remember getting the first one I got. I remember I got one that was somebody saying like, "Hey," it was like a sexy message. It wasn't a photo or anything. But
also, why do you still have the photo?
Oh, he loves her, bro. He loves her. He's in love, bro.
I'm meeting her in the woods.
We're going to talk about remnant properties.
But do you see what I'm saying? Like, if you're more ignorant to it, it's not that you think that girl... Like, I wouldn't. I remember thinking when I got the first text message, it was pseudo-sexy, and then dialoguing with the person before I knew that these scams existed. I remember thinking... Oh, this is fun. I'm talking to somebody that doesn't know me, and that's the dangerous part. Is I think it's almost like you get a connection,
like on Napster.
Yeah, and they're just trying to get some response.
But it is old grandpas. They're all going after horny grandpas.
But okay, so
that's Craig. That's Craig.
If you're an old horny grandpa, how could you believe that this girl would be interested?
It works for him. He thinks it works for some people.
But how does it work?
I think they're too lonely to realize.
Also, she would never take your picture like there's so much dead space. It's not even cropped. Like, why is she showing so much ceiling?
Why
like, this
not?
girl's like,
it's real. Because it's real, Brendan.
I'm going to give
real love.
I'm going to give more scammer advice. Use more realistic fake pictures.
Well, they used to use the AI photos.
Also, send more than one. If it's like 2 or 3 and it's the same person, then it's like, oh, maybe they actually took these.
Take a picture of like a 42-year-old mom in like this.
It's gotta be a little sloppy.
It's a little sloppy.
If you're gonna respond and she wants to pick like a D pick or something,
then I believe.
My tip is to not make sure your face isn't in it. You never do that. Well, it's just the D, and then you can always say it's not yours.
So going with what you're saying,
fun
if your face is in it too, then
going with what you're saying,
I like putting my driver's license
or a fish or a remote control.
Lower the standard to shoot for what you're shooting for. So if you're going for grandpas, you'd get more grandpas.
With
seemingly, if you went with a sloppy or 40-year-old woman, because it's more realistic.
Well, they can maybe that's what I'm saying. Like,
but that's so exotic. Maybe you can't turn that down. But I'm just trying to make the case.
Last time I was at Big Daddy's, there was a guy, an old man who was just drunk enough, and then there was this crazy Russian lady who was gorgeous, and she was falling all over the place. She was like a mess, but for whatever reason, she had attached herself to this older gentleman, and he knew he was taking her home, and he knew that she was probably going to steal his wallet. But he didn't care because he was like, he got a chance with this hot chick.
And now
sometimes you have to give your wallet away.
Hold on, maybe
to be tied to your bed.
Maybe the old men think, this girl wants my money. And I'm glad to give it to her for some sort of blowjob. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what it's all for.
It's just business.
So I never thought about that aspect. I'm just like, doesn't everybody internally know around what is attracted to them? Yeah.
Well, but it's you have confidence in areas that maybe you lack skill.
Yeah, but
So what's the difference in having a confidence in how you look and not having as much awareness of of how you actually look?
Oh, yeah.
But you say that you have unbelievable confidence, right?
But I think it's realistic.
But it's the same. But it's not though, because there are plenty of things, right, that you say you can do that you can't do, right?
First off, I think it's validated that I'm so aware of my awesomeness. That's just what I heard. Okay,
but it's just like like EJ thing. You were really confident about the swimming thing, right?
Yeah.
So use that as an example of like the grandpa getting the photo, right? He's very confident looking at this Asian girl that's half his age. He's just as confident about his ability in his looks as you are in your swimming ability.
Well, being confident that I could beat a fatso swimming is different than a 19-year-old chick.
Manatees are fast. Manatees are fast.
There's some things that are like, can you beat this fatso swimming?
Yeah. Mostly intestines.
And then I was going to ask, in the gay community, I thought maybe it's different.
I can respond for all my people.
Because maybe just from the horniness aspect.
Oh, yeah.
Like if a young...
They'd still be talking to her.
If a young 22-year-old,
sent me his whole pic?
Super, good-looking, dude... That maybe there's a chance.
Probably had this happen.
If a young 22-year-old girl, I would be like, there's no way she's into some 42-year-old man.
But you know what though? On this one, if I'm answering you honestly, I think if I got the photo, not that one.
She called you daddy.
That one's not going to work for me. Yeah. But I think if you and I got the same photo from a super young girl that's hot, that's a believable. Go with a believable photo. Maybe I would be more confident in that area than you would be. Because I am that way.
Because you're swag.
But you could talk yourself into it, but how is she, don't you, you were like, what's the likelihood of this chick being attracted to me just by my looks?
It depends if she got you like first thing in the morning.
But I've never looked at my looks or even my height. I've never looked at either of them as being a part of what most women are attracted to me for. You see what I'm saying?
But it's your personality.
If you never factor it in, then it's never a hindrance. You see what I'm saying?
Like, Tom, answer.
What?
Just answer.
Oh, that's when you get this game. You know what I mean?
He doesn't need to do that.
Well, also,
next thing they're downloading. He's on the cruise. They're downloading all his money for the ship
I've learned my lesson because I used to fuck around with them. But then if you even answer, then you go into some database.
You go into the database. No,
where it's this person's willing.
Don't do it.
And then you get inundated with more and more. So it's like you can't initiate.
I used to do it all the time, and I learned the error of my ways.
You don't want to send her like Kung Fu Daddy's dick pic or something? What's his name?
I mean, this
here who I haven't met yet.
This is an Indian call center.
100%.
I've seen the internet.
The question you're asking, the thing that we'll never see, or maybe somebody will be able to do this. What would be interesting is to
algorithmically find out what you're most likely to respond to.
That's not bad, but I was going to say, like, it would be cool to see it from the perspective of the guy getting scammed, the people falling for it. We don't ever see them falling for it. We hear the stories.
They're embarrassed,
right? And you never will see it because they are embarrassed.
Well,
right?
I'm just wondering if are there any other middle-aged dads out there that are delusional enough to think that some young hot 19-year-old girls are into them.
I bet we have some listeners whose dads have
80% of them.
You think we got one listener? You think we got one listener whose dad did it and he had to clean up the mess? Because I know for a fact we've had moms that have fallen for political scams and or the Haitian prince. You know, like we've had listeners write me about their moms doing that. I don't know about dads with. If you tell
they don't talk about it,
tell me about it.
Yeah, they're embarrassed.
I won't tell your name, but tell me about it. But yeah, I don't know if dads will ever. They'll take that to the grave, kill themselves, go into the woods, blow their brains out.
All right, let's do some voicemails before we get out of here,
buddy. A couple of voicemails.
Make them sexy.
I don't know if they're going to be sexy, Brendan. I'm sorry. I don't know if we can guarantee
no more poop stuff.
Most of our voicemails are poop stuff. They're like...
well, speaking of cheating, you saw Dave Grohl had to make an apology because he got some other girl pregnant.
He did.
I wonder if that's almost like they've been hiding it for so long. Is it a recent thing? I didn't click on it.
We didn't get any details.
How old is the child?
No one knows. I don't think we have any details, and I think you're right. I think that this something.
Because we went through that with my half sister. We didn't know about her my whole life, and then so maybe now it's like they're finally he has a relationship with her and he doesn't want to hide it anymore, and he just wants everybody to know that he has this other kid. He's paying the piper.
It seemed like a blackmail thing. Like he told everybody because someone
that's what I thought
had threatened him the blackmail. Like, hey,
my God.
You pay me to keep this a secret. He's like, fuck it.
Maybe I'm just a jaded fuck, but that's exactly what I thought.
Oh, that's sad.
It read like that, and then it read.
Who knows?
Or it read like it is a who knows. But
who was it with, Courtney Love?
No one knows. Like it's like literally
some rando.
No one said anything. But what's funny is that Andrea and I were talking about it.
I would 100% have a secret child with David Grohl.
Oh well, Andrea and I started discussing it.
That's how hard it is. Like, and
a little drummer baby.
I was asking the question: does this? And a lot of people have asked this question on like Facebook and stuff like that. It's like, does this change your opinion of Dave Grohl? And of course, it's going to. Well, not for you, but of course, it's. Some people are going to say it does. Yeah, I'm sure.
Did
Crystal,
she know?
She got mad at me.
Yeah, she did. That's true.
She got mad at me because Dave
Grohl were going to pay for this.
That's how crazy she is.
Fucking pay for this.
You're so lucky you're gay. Because girls are crazy, Brendan.
They are fucking crazy. But then I started talking to Andrea.
That's why I decided.
Well, Andrea asked me.
Leave it all behind me.
Andrea goes, "What would you do if I had an affair with Dave Grohl?" And I was sitting there on the bed. I was thinking about it. And I was like,
worth it.
Well. Normal Daniel, like jealousy Daniel, would be instantly mad about that. But Dave Grohl is one that, like, I was like, does he come over for Christmas? Are we going to try to work this out, right? And then I started to try and look at it a way that I've never looked at before, in the fact that, like, it would be cool to add Dave Grohl to my family, and it might get Maisie to do music.
Yeah.
Right? Like, if I can't get Maisie to do music, I'm damn sure Dave Grohl could get fucking Maisie to do music. And at that point, I'm not living
then you're in a throuple.
I'm not living for my kid. I'm living for my kids, right? I'm not living for me.
Would you do a throuple with Dave Grohl?
Would not have sex with Dave Grohl. I think his butthole.
You don't have to have sex with him.
He's a dirty butthole.
You don't have to have sex with him.
Dave Grohl's a dirty butthole.
You can still be in a throuple and not have sex with him.
I'd let him watch me and Andrea continue to have sex.
What do they call that?
He don't want that.
They call it.
I will allow him that. I will give you that, Dave.
Yeah. But also, like, think about it's easy to say, like, oh, I'm never going to cheat on my wife. I'm better than Dave Grohl.
That's what everybody says.
But it's like you don't have first, you're not a rock star, and you don't have the opportunity.
Because he's getting messages like this all the time.
Yeah, but they're real.
But they're real.
Yeah. And they're not messages. They're chicks in front of him.
Yeah,
saying,
they're chicks like literally unzipping his pants.
Yeah.
And he's just trying to brush his teeth.
Yeah. And then,
exactly.
Yeah.
Is that a normal?
With some pussy.
Normal fat dad. You go to work. You go home. Your kids. Your wife. Yeah. It's like, guess what? You don't have a bunch of ridiculous.
You're driving a bread truck, and you're driving it home, and you get home, and you go and you put your CPAP on, and you lay in your bed, and you're like, I never cheat on my wife. That's
I don't think you even can. There's no one that wants to
like, honestly, with the CPAP on, you don't even have the physical lung strength to cheat on your wife.
I got that thing. It looks like a G-string that goes around your face, and it keeps your mouth closed.
Yeah, what do you think?
You sleep.
Are you snoring?
Good. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
And I talk in my sleep too.
It keeps your mouth closed?
Yeah, it's like, does it make you breathe out of your nose more?
Oh, is that like the terrorist tape?
It's like that. Yeah.
Do you know what I'm talking about? Have you seen that in the fitness world? They do that. Terrorist tape. You put it over their mouth to look, I'm going to up my, CRV levels.
Mm-hmm. It works the same way, kind of, but my mouth is still a little open.
Isn't it uncomfortable? And
no, I feel like it's also kind of like lifting my chins.
Okay, all right, yeah, toning, toning the chins.
Don't zoom in though.
I'm sorry, I'll zoom out.
How dare you call me on my bullshit? You zoomed right into all my
chins while you're slapping your chins.
All right, let's do a couple.
I hate the show. I'm never coming back.
Let's try this one's from Sharding Randy. Here we go.
What's up, T&D? Sharding Randy.
Yeah.
Early on in the show, Dan painted a beautiful picture of what he called a, quote, goth-opotamus walking down the street, and behind her was just the skinny, wife-beater-wearing, ponytail-having dude that just always is found near goth-opotamus. And I was laughing about that, and I thought to myself, oh, shit. Tommy is on track to becoming this dude. His I don't want to do nothing, wearing the hoodie, listening to Metallica, growing the hair. I really think we need to follow through and get him into the dojo, get him kicking and punching, or else he is destined to become the lily white egret on the back of the goth-opotamus. So
now, hold on,
let me know what you think about this. If we need to do an intervention, we'll get the troops to
Does he like Lizzo?
Thanks.
He did when he was like 3 years old. He saw Lizzo's album cover because she's naked on it, and then it blew his
he was like, ooh
hat
la la.
off.
Yeah. He was like, I'm a man.
Like, whoa!
Oh wow!
And so maybe that because
like a little fertility figure.
I'm going through a porn phase right now where it's a big black girl, skinny white dork.
Oh yeah,
with mega dick, and they have a lot of. When you have a mega dick in porn, you have a ponytail, and you're a skinny dork, and you're into Dungeons and Dragons, and you have like weird wizardy tattoos.
Like dinosaurs, like a brontosaurus. They have long necks and long tails. So like skinny white guys need a ponytail to help offset the big dick.
Never thought about that. I never thought about
evolution.
Hey, are the boys doing? Not that you. I'm springing this on you. You may not even want to talk about it.
Is he gone?
Goth-opotamus?
No.
How old is Tommy?
He's 10.
10, and he's listening to Nine Inch Nails?
Metallica.
Metallica.
Yeah. He started
cool.
Crystal put it on. He just likes Metallica. Although it's he also likes Tenacious D and then Weird Al too. Now he's leaning more towards comedy.
Okay. Tenacious D's great.
Yeah. And although
I know they're problematic right now, but whatever.
Most of the songs cannot play. You can't.
It's a lot of penises.
It's cock push-ups and fucking them hard. It's like,
what's your favorite position?
I can do Wonder
it's
Boy.
Not my favorite, but I'll do it for you.
Tribute is really
Tribute's good. Yeah. Let's go with this one right here.
Pick a destiny.
Hey guys, so big penis, little penis. What's up with it? Like, what is the real definition? Because
of little.
Like, I've had my wife tell me about X-Men who haven't even been as hard as they can get is as small as I've ever been. So I've always thought I was like fucking small, I'm like fucking 6 inches soft and 9.5 hard. I felt like that was small, but maybe that's just that porn
get the hell out of here.
fake.
6 soft.
With 9.5. You got a 9.5 inch penis.
What was his name and where does he live?
6 soft. You ain't got no fucking 6 soft. I'll challenge you. Come to the fucking studio and show me 6 soft.
Prove it. Prove it.
You got 3 soft all day.
Here's how I know you're lying. Because you know you have a big dick in high school. Or even
true.
in middle school.
That's true.
Because, from, having friends or people around, I know you watch porno and then you skews your reality a little bit. But
you're looking at me?
But you come across other people's tiny dicks, or average.
I know mine. You know yours. So
Nine and a half.
He had big dick voice.
When
though.
I was in middle school,
he definitely
did have a big dick voice. But I was in middle school. The kids would yell at me. They'd be like, "This midget got a pussy," and it would hurt my feelings. It would hurt my feelings. That's what they would yell at me.
What would they yell?
I can't say it again. I can't say it again. I'm only.
They called me tits in high school because I was so fat. In grade 9 and 10, that was my growth spurt. I was getting ready to get tall. And I was
gruesome titties.
So titty, yeah. Oh yeah,
it happens.
I had titties.
This is a titty man right here.
I was in
double titty man.
I was in my buddy's community apartment pool. He lived in the ghetto, and I was in there with him. And then there were some other kids on the other side of the pool.
It was a community pool.
And then they screamed. You could put the accent in your head. Say how Tyreek Hill would say it.
Yeah.
And
why are you rapping on my window?
He's like, he screamed, "Hey, that girl's got their shirt off!" And I turned around, looking to. I'm like, "Oh my god!"
No.
And I really was talking about me.
Oh no!
And because I had sweet buds, and there were
that's horrible.
They came out, and then
you come out, and then you get
nipples.
Like strawberries.
Yeah,
you get the puffers.
Soy milk does that to you.
And they were smooth because I had no hair. I didn't get hair.
You still don't have hair.
I didn't get hair in my armpits till I was like 15 and a half.
Because you got Sue in you.
What is that?
Well, you got some native.
No.
I find it finds out that there's none of that. That's what I used to tell people too.
It also turns out that when you only drink Sunkist orange drink when you're a kid, it blows your armpit hair out. It makes them come in later.
When you are chubby with rosacea cheeks, you have no body hair either. And buds.
Yeah, because there's too much fat for all the hair to come from.
You want to do one more?
Yeah.
I got this for you since this week we'll put one of your people.
Well, wait. How are we? Wait, what was the conclusion to Big Dick?
This guy was doing a joke.
Okay, he just wanted to.
I looked it up after this. I looked up do you know what the world average
6
dick is? It's not
5.
No.
Well,
world. You got to think world.
There,
a lot of people in Asia, folks. That's not a joke. That's facts. That's right. He's still confusing people.
You know what color?
4.3.
What?
4.3
is the average?
Is the world average, not
that
North America.
Smaller.
4.3 is the world average.
At
least from the publication I looked it up in.
Well, according to the old men at the YMCA, accurate.
Let's end with this one. This is one of your folks.
Hello, Tom and Dan. It's Canadian Josh. A couple days ago, when you had Kenny in, you guys were talking about massages and the little portable setups that you see. Apparently, you see them at farmers markets, Dan. I've never seen them at farmers markets.
Downtown.
Up here in Canada, at all the major airports, there are little kiosks with massage tables. Yep. And I'm with you, Dan. I would never, ever go in one of those little hunch-over chairs to have some fat granny rub on my neck while I'm in the airport and people are walking by to catch their flights. And I have never seen anybody using them. Portable massage chairs, hunchy chairs. Who's used them?
Me.
Why do they exist?
I use it. Oh, you mean like the electric massage chair?
No, the ones where it's just like a portable chair set up, and there's some lady standing there with like some COVID mask on.
There was a hot daddy at the downtown Thornton Park Farmers Market.
Okay.
and he does massages, and I think I got 5 massages from him total.
Okay, well, but
because he's so hot.
Here's the problem.
I love that Brendan's this horny. It's like finally someone horny like me and Tom.
This was younger me too.
No,
I
but
was
we're
in my
horny.
20s,
So when we have other people in here, they're not horny. It's nice to have a goddamn real man in here for once.
It's just I'm also a part of that epidemic of loneliness. It's just nice to be touched.
Yeah, right. But with a public massage, if you're in the middle of the mall or whatever, like there's absolutely no chance of the fantasy you have in your mind the whole time.
Did we talk about the massage I got on the Semantics cruise?
No.
We pulled into where I don't remember where we went. Playa Maya, Costa Maya.
Okay,
Did they play with your balls?
My butthole.
Oh shit!
What in a room with 3 other people?
That's sexual assault, right?
Hold on. What did they do?
So, like, she said it was a Swedish massage, and this has happened 2 other times with the Swedish massage, where
Swedish
like they're doing your legs, and she pulled up, and I had a little bathing suit on. I had like a Speedo underneath, like bigger shorts, because I don't know, I didn't know what was going to happen.
Well, I put a Speedo on too if they're sticking it in my butthole.
So she pulled my Speedo up over her ass cheek for one side.
She parted it?
Massaged my butt cheek, and then she did it for the other one, and then she pulled down my suit.
Like exposing your
my whole butt.
Jesus Christ.
And then she did this thing because she had kind of like little nails, and she did this thing.
Nails on your
and I told Sam it was like with the Lord of the Rings when they were all walking along the crest of the mountain. She was doing that with her fingers.
Oh my God!
On the edge of my crest.
Lord of the Rings.
And I remember looking up, and I looked up
off your butthole
because I was one of 3 people getting a massage in the same room, and I looked up to see if other people were experiencing it too.
She Smeagol drained.
I think she was trying to get me to Smeagol something out of Mexico. Yeah.
So she took her nails, and then she was tapping your butt crack?
Up on my hairy butt, like on the edge of my crack.
Let me walk the crevice.
She was just, and then she did the butt thing. Like, she didn't touch my hole. That happened once in Thailand.
What part of them, like, who does
I've never had
massage?
And I left thinking, like
she
tickled my hairy crack. Like,
that's a weird move.
In a room full of other people. Like, so,
was
like,
she doing it to everyone?
Just, I don't know.
In Mexico.
In Mexico.
Like, this is just off the side of the cruise ship.
I was going to get a massage on the cruise, too. I'm going to do that.
It's on the second, it was on the second level of a beautiful, like, bamboo-y weird building, and there were 3 beds, and the other 2 beds were filled. Like, I could see the other people getting massages, and I was on the far left one. And when she was doing it, I was looking up to see if, like, other people would. Well, generally, you would ask, like, generally, the masseuse will ask you before they touch your butt or something, right? Like,
they're like,
hey man, I'm following your chakra. Your butt chakra is real tight, like something.
Oh, I've never had that. They usually just start mashing, but I've never touched the crack, just the side, the side thigh.
Glutes.
No.
Yeah, glutes. Thank you.
I had this one masseuse in Thailand who like touched the button.
I try to do that with my wife. I touch it, and her tits go inside her body. Weird.
That's a tester. Like, like.
Why do I tell you all these things?
I don't know. I like it when you tell us these stories. My God,
I'm never coming back
here. We're all
some
friends
Swedish
here.
lady diddling your butt taco.
I need a therapist.
It's just us, a couple thousand strangers.
No big deal. No big deal.
That stalker guy, he's listening.
YouTube, Twitch, stalker.
The wood stalker.
That guy.
Craig, fuck that guy.
Oh, don't say that. He's a.
There's some other crazies too. They're real crazy.
Your swinger fans who come up and whisper in my ear when I'm Brenda, like, "What are you doing?
Let me suck your dick."
Hey.
But as Brenda.
Right? Yeah.
That's probably a thing, right?
Yeah.
100%. I guess that.
I was just asked that the other day. That's funny.
Well, but like, what would be like? No offense, but like, that's I know that.
Yeah, that's what you want.
Yeah. Like, look, I'm sucking this chick's dick.
It's not gay.
Exactly.
It's not gay. Look the size of her tits.
Big balloon tits.
And I'm just like,
all right, let's get out of here. We got a cruise to go on.
Yes.
Brendan, thanks so much.
Thanks for having me. I'm a serious journalist.
Plug your.
What's on Bunghole on the Bus this week on Friday?
We're going to the Dollins Food Hall, which which is like the ghost kitchen thing where all of your food's coming from on Uber Eats. There's a really cool Indian restaurant owned by the people at Tabla. They've started a new ghost kitchen, and they're inviting us to go hang out and have some Indian.
And I'm jealous you get to go to Cora.
Coro in Ottawa Park.
I had them. No wonder I'm saying the name wrong. I had them I want to say 2 years ago when they were just standing out front of their place, just handing out oysters.
Yeah,
and I was like, oh, it was phenomenal. They were so good. Was it good?
It was amazing.
It looked amazing.
There's no servers there. It's all chefs, and so the chefs bring out the dish that they made for you. They bring it out to your table. It was so cool. The fish was amazing. Everything I had there was amazing.
Oh, that looked great.
Is that the tiny plate with the decorations and the
some of it, but the entrees were big.
Yeah, his entree, his fish was humongous.
Yeah, it was a collared fish, so there's a little bit of the bone in it.
Oh yeah.
And like a fin.
We were just talking earlier this week about how I don't understand like the super fine dining like this in
Camille
the Bear.
down here.
Yeah. Because it's like
I was telling him about that.
I can't get the art behind like
long scallop. I don't know, Bobby.
But you're having like 16 courses.
No, I know. Yeah. But it's the appreciation.
Tweezers.
It's the appreciation of the decoration of the plate that I don't understand.
One piece of microgreens.
Yeah, it's a bonsai, like it's a little bonsai scallop. You know, like everything's a little miniature.
Perfect.
Yeah, everything's perfect, but it's like a $500 meal.
Yeah. That I don't understand.
I'm getting you that for Christmas.
There's another one, Sorikara, which I haven't been to yet, and they don't let you take photos, and it's progressive.
Oh, they lock your phone up, don't they?
I think so.
Yeah, they have the bags.
And you go through separate rooms. Every course is like a different room.
Now, I'm going to tell you why I support that one more. I support that one more because whether that's just a cool gimmick that builds and drives people. Oh, I got to get in there. And I love it. I mean, it may not be something I understand, but I definitely understand locking up those phones.
Omo by Jaunt is a one in Winter Park, and it's 3 different rooms. There's a appetizer drink room, then there's like the main meal room, and then there's a coffee and dessert room, and that's a little bit more affordable and gorgeous, right off of Park Avenue.
But it's like fine dining.
Very fine dining. Yeah. That's what everybody's going towards, or like these less servers. The chef, less turnovers, more expensive ticket. That seems to be a successful price point, for businesses to stay open. You're going to see a lot of places like Ruth's Chris, like these larger dining rooms that depend on servers and tons of turnover. They're all going up.
God, I miss the old TGI Fridays,
Ruby
Tuesday, Flares.
Yeah. I'm a Bennigan's man myself.
I like a deer wearing glasses on the wall.
We still go to Applebee's all the time.
You do?
Yeah, we're 3 nights a week at Applebee's.
No, you're not.
Oh my God, El Presidente Margarita, and you get to keep the fucking shaker, dude.
How many shakers do you
I don't know, 12, 15. Maisie takes one, puts her milk in it for.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, she takes it to school.
All right, guys. For those of you going on the cruise, we'll see you tomorrow, and we have ACTs the rest of the week. We're going to try to do a cruise ACT on Friday, so if you want to listen to that,
give that a go. Support local. Support Brendan O'Connor.
Oh yeah, we have some events coming up.
Yeah. Plug them.
There's on the 22nd we have a puffin paddle with our new friends from Green Dragon Dispensary. So it's a paddle board adventure on Lake Ivanhoe where you are encouraged to smoke marijuana.
Oh, Green Dragon is here in Florida?
Yeah.
No shit. They're in Colorado.
Yeah,
I go to that Green Dragon in Colorado all the time.
That's the one you told me to go to.
And they're in,
There's one on Lee Road is where their dispensary is. And then we're going to bring back Yoga High in next month.
Okay, great.
Yoga High will come back when it gets nice and cool.
That's awesome.
Let me put this out there. We want to work with a dispensary here in Florida. Yeah. It would work. The advertising would work great. We'd like to partner with them. A lot of our, Bud Docs is doing great. It has a lot of patients that are our listeners. We cannot find a dispensary to work with at all. No,
radio's tough.
It's not even radio. This ain't radio. It's a podcast. We're influencers.
Well, Mandy, who came on. Mandy,
I love Mandy.
Marijuana Mentor.
She's super sweet.
She works with all of the dispensaries, so she can try to.
Yeah, we got to hit up Mandy.
They just seem like they don't have marketing money, or they don't.
They do. They just don't know how to. It's tough. That's how we come to them with these ideas for activations, and we're like, we want to work just with you.
Oh, you need
Green
ideas.
Dragon.
Oh,
yeah.
Well, we worked with Sortera and then Truly for a long time.
We did.
And it was killing it.
We were killing it.
And then it's like, through their marketing.
Well, we lost our contact. That's normally how it happens.
Well, do you want to do something together?
I would love that. I would love that.
It's it's such an easy thing.
I don't want to go in the woods, but I'll do anything.
I want to do adventures to the beach, but it's pot fueled, and we work with these dispensaries. You get a little
get high, go to the beach. I can sell that,
right?
I can sell that's right up our alley. Our listeners love getting high and going.
That's right in our lane.
Let's do it.
We're doing that in like a matter of hours. We're getting high, and going to the beach.
Perfect.
Yeah.
And then we just bring them, and you don't have to worry about anything. They just show up. They could have it med drop. So the pot's waiting for them when they check in at the bus.
Oh, the pot's at the beach?
It all comes out. You pre-order
everything delivered.
I can do the live room. You want to get high, go to the beach. The pot's there when you get
pot's there when you get there.
Sign up. TomandDan.com.
Easy.
And then we'll bring you back.
Yeah, I love that. Well, we love you, man. Thanks for being here.
Thanks.
Give Scotty some hellos from us.
I'll think about it.
We'll see you very, very soon. Is there anything else we need to plug to these guys?
No, I think we're good. We'll see you on Monday's BDM show, and that's where you'll hear all the crew stories.
Yeah.
So if you're not a BDM, sign up at TomandDan.com.
Cool.
And we'll see you next week.
Yep. See you Monday.
Oh, wait a minute. I can't publish that. It's mediocre.
I am so fucking tired of doing podcasts. I'm literally done with them. I'm not doing any more podcasts.